Ito na po, 32. 33. 34 po. 35? Delikado.
Pag umabot ng 35 ang bewang ng lalaki at 31 sa babae, malaki ang tsansang mag-heart attack. Wala sa itsura ang taba, nasa dugo. Dead ma, dead ka. Bigay todo ka kung magtrabaho. Pag umabot ang BP mo ng 140/90, baka bumigay ang puso mo. Aantay mo pa bang bumigay ka? Dead ma, dead ka. Mag-ingat sa bulaklak, baka mapasubo ka. Aantay mo pa bang sumobra ka? Dead ma, dead ka.
Heart illness knows no age. 5 out of 10 Filipinos die of cardiovascular-related cases every year. How do we prevent this from happening? It's never too late to start being healthy. Let's do the 52-100 regimen daily. How does the 52-100 routine work? It's simpler than you might think. 5. Diet. Mix and match your consumption with 5 servings of fruits and vegetables daily. 2. Leisure. Limit yourself to a maximum of 2 hours of electronic gadgets and recreational screen time. 1. Conditioning. Sweat it out. Stay active and fit physically. Make time for at least an hour of exercise every day. 0. Drinks. Say no to sweetened beverages and soda. Water is and will always be the best liquid for our body. 0. Zero in on your vices this year. Smoking kills, and so does secondhand smoke. Our health is our wealth. Let's invigorate and energize for healthier years ahead. Get more out of life every day. Do the 52-100 today.
Did you know that your heart can do so many things you never thought it would? For instance, it beats 115,000 times a day. That's nearly 6 times more than the times you breathe in a day. A heart can also feel, especially when you have a broken heart. But you can use your heart to move on and love too. Love all your friends, family, strangers, whoever. Your heart can also push you to be healthier and more productive. Exercise, work out, or work in the comforts of your house. Use your heart to quit smoking, excessive alcohol, and drug use. Use your heart to battle cancer, cardiovascular diseases, COVID-19. Use your heart to bake cookies, to battle corruption, to battle in-game bosses, to spread love, to spread peanut butter, to uphold education, to spread kindness, to spread awareness. So, what has your heart done today?
Pinagsamang puwersa. Pinagsamang puwersa.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's all welcome
Dr. Luigi Segundo and Dr. Don Reyes.
Magandang umaga, Pilipinas. At dahil global reach na tayo, partner, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. It's a beautiful day, universe. At bumabalik po ang Usapang Puso sa Puso. At episode 9 na po kami. You might be wondering why we are doing it on a Tuesday. Dati-rate, Wednesday morning, 10 a.m. This is a special edition because it's the 51st annual convention of the Philippine Heart Association. At pre-convention po tayo, Advocacy Hour. Ang tatalakayin po natin ngayon ay Usapang Quarantine. Mag-DaMoves para sa puso. To prevent cardiovascular diseases that are induced or aggravated by lack of physical activity or yung sit-down lifestyle na tinatawag, lalo na ngayong may pandemic. Dahil NCR Plus tayo, may restrictions na rin tayo to work from home or work from home is the new normal. If work from home ka, sit down ka parate, sit-down lifestyle ka, definitely, it has decreased your physical movement. Such as loss of walking in between meeting locations and office departments, no? And this has detrimental effects on the heart and other parts of the body. Now, the COVID-19 pandemic has impacted issues of obesity. At tatalakayin natin kasi kulang tayo sa galaw-galaw. Tama ba? Kaya galaw-galaw para di pumanaw. Ulitin po namin ng warning. Sitting is the new smoking. Don't forget ang PHA Advocacy Sneakers Friday suggests 10,000 steps a day and Fit Heart Minute every hour. A group of heart health and fitness experts will give you professional and practical advice. So join us for an hour and a half of enlightening and stimulating, no-holds-barred dialogue, unbiased advice and assessment of situations, accurate and complete discussion on the moves to beat cardiovascular disease amid COVID pandemic via PHA Facebook and DOH Facebook pages. For now, let me pass on my mic to, walang kokontra, the Piolo Pascual of PHA, Dr. Don Reyes.
Yes, hello, partner Luigi. Parang gusto ko yung introduction mo pero marami ko kontra. But for now, wala mo nang kokontra ha. Samparte kaya ng mukha o katawan ni Papa P ang kahawig ko. Kahit man lang siguro isang hibla. But then again, gusto ko munang batiin muna ang mga viewers natin ngayon. Live na live po tayo dito sa Zoom room. And of course, live streaming po tayo sa Facebook. At napapanood po tayo hindi lang po sa Pilipinas, pero sa iba-ibang dako ng mundo. At syempre, napapag-usapan po natin, nasa pandemya pa po tayo, no? At nabago talaga ng pandemyang ito ang ating lifestyle. We have been quarantined, literally nakulong na po tayo and everything has gone on-site to work from home and we have really limited movement. Sarado mga gym, sarado mga park. Gusto nating mag-jogging pero ang daming bawal eh. Sabi nga ni Kim Chiu, bawal lumabas, di ba? Pero syempre, hindi po pwede kasi syempre, ang nasa gitna tayo ng pandemya, pero bago lumabas ang pandemya ng COVID-19 na to, meron na tayong kinakalaban na pandaigdigang pandemya. Yan ay ang cardiovascular disease. Yan pa rin po ang number one killer sa buong mundo, no? Mga 18 to 19 million lives ang pinapatay ng cardiovascular disease taon-taon. Ngayon, sinasabi nga namin, when two pandemics collide, that's a perfect recipe for disaster. At sa hapong ito, sa ika-9th edition ng Usapang Puso sa Puso, pambihira. Naka-9th edition na po tayo, mga mga kapuso. Kapuso sa Puso. Ibang channel pala yun. Okay, meron tayong mga inanyayahang mga eksperto sa puso, eksperto sa fitness, at kung meron kayong mga katanungan mga kaibigan, mga kababayan, huwag kayong magatubiling i-type ang inyong katanungan kung nasa Zoom room kayo dito sa chat box or kung nasa Facebook Live, ilagay niyo po dun sa comment section at isa-isahin po natin ang inyong mga katanungan basta may oras po tayo. Okay, partner Luigi, marami pa tayong pag-uusapan sa hapong ito. Sana mapagkasya natin ang lahat ng kanilang katanungan. Yes, partner.
Susubukan natin, pero sabi mo nga episode 9. At this is the Advocacy Hour. We just like to highlight, alam mo, yung past 8 episodes, no? Some of the most engaging episodes. Can we see the past episodes para mapag-aralan natin?
Magano muna tayo ha kasi syempre nagsimula ang programang ito dahil gusto nating mag-educate, right?
Yes, no? At yung una-una nating episode kasi peak ng pandemic noon, no? We wanted the patients to go to the hospital if they're complaining of cardiovascular diseases. Takot na takot sila sa hospital noon no? Nagsusurvey tayo monthly, pinapakita natin handa ang mga hospital.
Oo, at nakita naman natin yan sa census ng mga bawat ospital. Dumadami ang kaso ng COVID pero ang mga kaso ng yung mga non-COVID, ang daming na heart attack sa bahay, hindi nakakabot ng ospital kasi ang daming natakot dahil nga ang tingin na sa ospital ay pugad ng COVID-19.
Tama. At natutuwa tayo, no, yung mga hospital, yung mga training hospitals ng PHA example, at yung mga chapters natin, may kanya-kanya silang paraan para mag-prepare yung mga hospital to handle not just COVID patients during the pandemic, but even those with cardiovascular diseases. Parating may sakit sa puso di ba?
Naging naman ang mga doktor naging responsive nga. Hindi natin alam yung sakit na COVID kasi bago yan, pero along the way natuto at nag-join forces tayo para tuluyan ng sukuin ang COVID-19. Wala pa tayo dun sa light at the end of the tunnel pero hopefully sama-sama po tayo para matapos ang pandemya na ito.
Hopefully. Naalala mo ba, partner, nung nag-take over ang Council on Cardiovascular Women's Health? Siyempre, March is Women's Month. no?
Oo, at
So, ang
bigyan
mga
natin
kababaihan,
ng puwang sa ating programa ang kababaihan kasi kung wala sila, wala ring kalalakihan. So pagpupuga yan sa ating kababaihan, kailangan natin alagaan ang kanilang mga puso.
tama, at napaka-star-studded ng episode natin na to, no?
Kaya lang, netsapuera tayo dyan, di ba? Pero it was a good thing, no? I mean, showcasing
Oo.
the strength of women and what they can do to protect the heart.
Yeah.
Ito si Aramina, mga showbiz talaga to, no?
Marami kasi ang nag-a-assume pag babae, baka wala, baka hindi at risk sa sakit sa puso. At hindi porke sikat ka, hindi ka na ligtas ka na sa sakit sa puso. Hindi,
Walang pinipili nga yan.
Walang pinipili ang cardiovascular disease. So, kailangan pangalagaan ng
healthy
puso.
lifestyle. Agree,
Tama.
partner.
Kaya pasok ang
kasi.
episode natin ngayon. No?
Marami ring nanood sa episode na ito.
Oo, dumadami yung engagement natin. Pero alam mo ba yung ating most viewed episode? Ang most viewed episode natin last month. Tama ba? Umabot na tayo, tama ba? Naka 27,000 views tayo last month when we talked about bakuna. No? Kasi napapanahon yung bakuna laban sa COVID-19.
Yes, pasok na pasok ang issue yan kasi ang daming natakot. And at that time kasi ang survey natin parang wala pa sa 20% ang gusto magpabakuna. And hindi ko naman sinasabi na dahil sa programa natin, tumaas, ano? Kasi alam ko nasa 50% na rin yata. Pero at least nagawa natin yung ating role. Yung makakain natin na kumbinsihin ang ating kababayan na magtiwala sa bakuna.
Narinig natin nun sa mga experts, no? Nanguna na dun si Dr. Reyes kasi nandun siya sa adverse event regarding immunization, no? Ang assurance niya na during that time walang natatala, and even now, no, walang natatalang serious side effect laban sa bakuna sa COVID-19, no?
Yung serious side effect lang, pumogi ako eh. Kasi along the way, parang nakikita yung picture ko, parang pumapogi ako eh, no?
Adverse ba yun? Baka dumadami ang stalkers natin dahil doon. Adverse event yun.
Baka adverse sa'yo eh. Mas pangit ka na ngayon eh. Ako na yung mas pogi. Dati mas pogi ka eh. Okay, mga showbiz ang ating mga dito, no? Mga sikat na tao ang sumali sa ating talakayan.
Oo, at dun sa episode na yon sinabi natin napakataas ng risk ng mga pasyenteng may cardiovascular risk factors and diseases to get severe COVID-19. So sila dapat ang nauuna para magpabakuna. So yung mga hindi pa nagpapabakuna sa inyo, hindi pa nagpapalista, magpalista na po. Kung kayo ay may cardiovascular comorbidity, A3 category, ongoing na po ang bakuna laban sa COVID-19.
Magdasalan tayo na dumating. Magdasalan tayo na dumating na mga bakuna kasi ngayon nagkakaubusan na. So it's a good problem kasi marami nang gusto magpabakuna. Pero sana nga dumating ng mga bakuna.
At sinabi ng mga experts pare-parehong epektibo at ligtas laban sa severe COVID-19. So wag nang maghintay ng kung ano pang bakuna ang gusto ninyo. Kung ano ang available, yun na po ang kunin natin. No, yun ang message natin last month. No?
Kaya parang marami na pa rin tayong napagdaanan. 9 episodes and 9th episode nga, naka 8 episodes na tayo and we're looking forward to more episodes.
Kaya nagpapasalamat tayo. I-recognize natin sila mamaya. Talagang hindi tayo magtutuloy-tuloy kung wala yung mga guests natin. No? Ang ating mga experts at saka ang ating mga media guests na tumutulong sa atin magpalaganap ng totoong balita tungkol sa puso. Walang fake news po dito sa Usapang Puso sa Puso.
Agree. Alright. So, ayan, nakita natin ang mga highlights natin, ha? At abangan nyo po, hindi po kami magsasawa kahit tapos ng pong pandemya. Basta nandyan po ang social media platforms at nandito pa rin ang problemang cardiovascular disease. Magpapatuloy po ang Philippine Heart Association sa pagtulong sa pagbigay po ng awareness para masugpo po natin ang naunang pandemya. Yan ay yung pandemya ng cardiovascular disease.
Tama. Ngayon, we gave you a virtual tour of the Usapang Puso sa Puso journey. So we have done 8 episodes so far. And kita mo naman, ang average number of views natin, 8,000. We average engagement of 200. And the recent ones, online reach, 168,000 partner. And the recent engagement natin, 5,000.
Partner, tayo, artista na tayo sa ganitong reach, ano? Pwede
Pero hindi
na.
natin magagawa to kung hindi natin kasama ang ating mga guests natin at ang
At
staff.
syempre, oo. At kahit na challenge tayo, iba-ibang lugar tayo, no? This is one good thing about social media naman. Kahit na
Correct,
tayo
no?
ay nakakulong, it has put us together, although challenge lang tayo sa internet connection. Pero saan pa ba darating din tayo sa mas magandang internet connection? Manalig lang tayo. And siguro, kailangan nating bigyan din ng pansin ang mga tumulong sa atin, di ba?
Tama. And for that, let's call on Miss Gina Gagalonia, our Media Relations Officer, to give us the names of the media people who are joining us today. Ma'am Gina.
Ang news.
So, happy Tuesday.
Good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon, good morning. Kung depende ho kung nasaan kayo, anong time zone. Yeah, gusto ko rin pasalamatan ng mga media friends natin, mga nanonood sa social media, kaya tayo umabot ng Usapang Puso 9th edition. Doctors, alam nyo ba na 69 years old ang PHA, tapos ika-69th year din ng Miss Universe beauty pageant. Ka-birthday lang natin. At saka, it's interesting to know that we are celebrating our 51st PHA annual convention, although we are 69 years old. Ibig sabihin, PHA started mounting yung annual convention at 17 years old. So, ibig sabihin, ganun na tayo katanda.
Yung PHA lang, hindi ako kasama sa matanda. PHA lang, hindi kami kasama ni Dr. Luigi.
Hindi pa kami pinapanganak noon.
Hindi pa.
Okay. Hindi namin mararating yung ganitong kadaming support ng lahat ng platforms kung hindi sa ating mga media friends who have always been with us. Kahit wala pa hong Usapang Puso, kahit noong pa nag-start yung mga media fora ng PHA. Okay? For now, we have 10 people na naka-log in. Itong number 1 na tatawagin ko, top-notcher to. Laging present, kahit gano'n siya ka-busy. No ifs, no buts. Laging andyan. Bel Sorara from Radio Aguila, Net 25. IBC 13, Camille Santillan.
Thank
Rod
you.
Pineda, PTV4. Lea Beltran, Manila Times. Radyo ng Bayan, Benedict Abaygar. Mr. Ed Usman, SNI, Manila Standard, Riho Araha. Daily Tribune, Archie Balmes. Chinese Journal, Jessica Itable. Inquirer.net, John Escocio. And Marita Muahe from the Philippine News Agency. Habol na lang ho yung iba sa inyo mamaya. Okay?
Yan. Kakibat natin yan sa kapalagan ng
I'd like
tamang
to add
impormasyon.
something, doctors. Yung topic natin, akmang-akma sa mga journalists. Laging, because of the pandemic, dati kasi may field work. Ngayon, through the phone na lang. So, dapat...
Nakaupo.
Yes. Wala bang tatayo dyan para mag-exercise muna?
Abangan natin mamaya, Miss Gage, no?
Gagawa natin ng paraan yan.
Yung nasa Zoom room ngayon, humanda kayo, ha? Humanda kayo. Dapat magsuot kayo ng napaka-akmang outfit. At mamaya ay yuyugugin namin kayo. Abangan nyo yan, mga kaibigan.
Bawal mag-off ng camera, no? Okay, let's get on to our episode today. No? Ang first speaker po natin, pareho po kami ng subspecialty, tinatawag na electrophysiologist. Ano po yun, no? Parang electrician ng puso, no? Her tenure as PHA president is synonymous to Fit Heart Minute and FACES. Alam mo yung FACES, partner?
Yes.
Lahat na ng advocacy natin yan. Fit Heart Minute, ABCD screening for doctors, CPR, education, and sneakers.
Pinagsama-sama sa lahat sa isang FACES.
Isang tuhog lang. FACES, di ba? Ang babaeng walang takot mabash. She openly talks about her fitness odyssey. Isa rin po siyang professional singer, kung hindi nyo nalalaman. One of PHA's songbirds.
Sikat yan sa Wheezing. Kung alam niyo yung Wheezing, ha?
Tama yan, no? Dr. Nannette Rey.
Yes.
The Fit Heart Minute was actually conceptualized during one of our conversations with Coach Jim and Coach Toni Saret. At that time, we've been talking about what else can we do to encourage people to exercise, because there's no problem with encouraging people who regularly exercise. They would really exercise and you don't even need to push them. But the question is, if we really wanted to mobilize the whole population and try to encourage everyone to become more physically active, active? What are we going to do to encourage them, especially those who are quite frail, those who are sedentary and probably have not really exercised? No, yung mga exercise na talagang never exercise their entire life. How will you encourage these people to exercise? And we know that if you are sedentary or you're not really that active, embarking on an exercise program can actually be very, very difficult at the start. So we thought about this concept of, because the only thing that's being recommended really right now is to continuously move. Don't sit all the time. You have to move every now and then. And that's the reason why we thought, why not do pocket exercises? And that's how Fit Heart Minute came about. At that time, remember at that time we were advocating also the 4-minute exercise, where you do 4-minute pocket exercise, which is quite fast and would really boost up your metabolism. And we said maybe even a 1-minute exercise, even just within, every hour or every 2 hours, can help slowly boost your metabolism. And we looked into it and we found out that it can really be very helpful, especially for those who are not regularly exercising. So the Fit Heart Minute campaign is really more to jumpstart people to start moving and to start exercising, to just stand up, even just standing up and sitting down and standing up and sitting down. If you do 10 repetitions of that, without realizing it, you're already exercising. No? And even stepping to the side without even exercising or without even really intending to exercise already allows you to exercise somehow. And the good thing about it is you don't actually even need equipment. You don't need to go to the gym. You don't even need to change into gym clothes because it's just 1 minute. You don't even need to change into your sneakers. You can actually do the exercise with your regular clothes, even your work clothes, and you don't even need a big space to do it. A very small confined space or even just a cubicle would be a good enough space, because there are movements that you can do. Sometimes all you need is what? Your own weight. The gravity becomes your weights, or even improvising. Instead of using dumbbells, you may actually use a bottle of water or maybe 2 cans. There are a lot of exercises that you can do even without gym equipment. The movements, the exercises included in the Fit Heart Minute are actually intended to mobilize nearly all of the muscles of your body, particularly the big muscles like the thighs. These are big muscles of your body that when you mobilize them, even after exercising, they continue to burn calories, kahit hindi na kayo nag-exercise. So, if you look at it, the exercises, ano ba yung pinaka-basic exercises? Jumping jacks, or you can do the side jacks, meaning you do the jumping jack without actually jumping. And then you have the sitting and the standing up, which is similar to a squat, except that you have your chair there. And then you have the lunges, the forward lunges, that would exercise also your thigh muscles a lot and the rest of your body. And of course, you have your push-ups on the wall, because it's very difficult to do push-ups on the floor. But doing push-ups on the wall would really exercise the upper part of your body. So if you look at it, the design of the Fit Heart Minute would exercise your upper body, your lower body, even your tummies. That would mobilize all of these muscles and allow you to start burning calories little by little. What is actually being encouraged is that over time you increase, the amount of exercise that you're doing. The Fit Heart Minute is just intended for when you're starting to do exercise, but it can also be done by people who regularly exercise, pero pwede kasing wala silang time, like if you're very busy during the day, let's say you're in the office, you can't go to the gym, you're quite busy. If you do the Fit Heart Minute, doing pocket exercises every hour or every 2 hours, that would allow you to mobilize your muscles also without necessarily going to the gym. So it's an important tool, an adjunct to your regular exercise that you can do whenever you don't have the time to go to the gym or do an hour of exercise or you simply just don't have the time to devote 1 hour of exercise. The pocket exercises can really help a lot. Because what's important is that for your heartbeat to go up a little bit, so that it will burn calories unti-unti, and then you can resume whatever work you're doing again, and then after an hour, do it again for another minute or so. Well, basically, up until now, we're still advocating the Fit Heart Minute as a jump start for people who would like to do exercises. It can be done by the frail, the elderly, by regular people, sedentary people, even those regular exercisers can actually do it when you don't have the time. The most important thing we want people to realize is that it's very important to at least start movement and do it on a regular basis until such a time when your stamina becomes better and you can actually do longer exercises. Because as we have always mentioned, if you want moderate exercise, you'd like to achieve at least 150 minutes a week of exercise for moderate exercise. And right now it's not even any movement now is considered as a form of exercise. Yun yung mas importante. What is being emphasized at this time is to not sit all the time. And that if you're sitting, you have to take time to stand up, do a little movement, and do a little form of exercise. And that's precisely where Fit Heart Minute would actually come in. And if you look at it right now, because the original Fit Heart Minute was actually advocating fast movements, fast side jacks, and then fast squats that you can do. Right now, we're even looking into doing slow, deliberate movements, which may not be as fast as the previous ones, but are also very, very effective. Now, this I learned over the past few months because last year I had a problem with, I had a frozen shoulder. So I really had a very, very bad problem with my back. I can barely move. And plus because of the very regular exercises before, and I'm not as young, so I had some problem with my knee. I had some form of traumatic arthritis, and it was quite difficult for me to do the regular movements. And that's where I found Pilates. Okay, so I'm now very much regularly into Pilates, about doing it twice a week. And then I'm still doing the Fit Heart Minute using the movements that I've learned from Pilates. These are slower movements, but are a little bit more friendly to the joints. And it has also become a way a means of rehabilitation for me, so that my frozen shoulder is so much better now compared to before. I'm able to move, pero before talaga very, very limited movement yung left arm ko. But now it has improved significantly. And now I'm into looking at how Pilates can fit into the Fit Heart Minute, which can actually be more friendly for the elderly, yung mga frail talaga na hindi masyadong kaya to do the regular squats. I think combining the Pilates and the Fit Heart Minute would really work well. And I'm hoping to be able to do some videos over time and releasing them so that we can teach more people how to start moving and start exercising. I think what we want people to realize is that it's never too late to start or to embark on a fitness journey. My journey has been going for a long time. Hindi ganun kadali eh. There will always be some lapses. It's not that easy. There will be times where you will have some problems. You might pwedeng tinatamad, or there can be some limitations, like for example, if you get sick, But the important thing is you always have to start and you always have to continue. And the Fit Heart Minute has been very, very helpful in my journey on trying to slowly become fitter over time. And hopefully, by continuing it over the next few years, then things will even be better.
Hey, did you know that your heart can do so many things you never thought it would? For instance, it beats 115,000 times a day. That's nearly 6 times more than the times you breathe in a day. A heart can also feel, especially when you have a broken heart. But you can use your heart to move on and love too. Love all your friends, family, strangers, whoever. Your heart can also push you to be healthier and more productive. Exercise, work out, or work in the comforts of your house. Use your heart to quit smoking, excessive alcohol, and drug use. Use your heart to battle cancer, cardiovascular diseases, COVID-19. Use your heart to bake cookies, to battle corruption, to battle in-game bosses, to spread love, to spread peanut butter, to uphold education, to spread kindness, to spread awareness. So, what has your heart done today?
Ayan, napakinggan natin si Dr. Nannette. Talaga yung kanyang experience ay patunay talaga na ang pag-exercise ay hindi ka man pumayat talaga pero may benepisyo. Sa mga kaka-tune in lang, we will be talking with Dr. Nannette later on. At if you have any questions, just write your questions in sa comment section if you're watching this show through Facebook Live or sa mga Zoom participants natin. You know where to write your questions, right? So tama si Dr. Nannette, we have to move kahit pakonti-konti lang. You have to start somewhere because ang buhay natin yun, partner Luigi, di ba? Work from home, ang learning. Online, nakaupo, mga bata nakaupo, ang lola nakaupo, ang nanay nakaupo, ang tatay nakaupo. And nabanggit mo kanina, you know, sitting is the new smoking at pag-uusapan natin yan later on, right?
So partner, mula ba kanina nakapag-fit heart minute na ba kayo? No? The 1 minute every hour habit is doable. Ito po yung tipo ng exercise na hindi naman kailangan maging pushy. No? Kung di mo pa kaya yung 10,000 steps per day, wala kang exercise para wala kang excuse para di makapag-exercise. May ibang paraan pa. Visit po our FB page. Fit Heart Minute, no?
Correct,
now let's move on. Alam mo, ang past presidents natin teaching by example. No? Speaking about teaching and leading by example, ang ating second po na guest, no, who will be talking about the science behind 10,000 steps. This is our past president, Dr. Raul Lapitan. As I've mentioned, he is the former PHA president, the architect of the CPR Wheels on Wings campaign, which PHA forged with the Department of Tourism in 2016. As immediate past president during the time that he was immediate past president, no, he adopted the Sneakers Friday from the US and introduced it in the local setting. He held the reins of the PHA from 2016 to 2017, but he is still very much around to support the PHA advocacy programs. And kasama natin siya ngayon, Dr. Raul Lapitan.
Yes, good afternoon,
Hi, good
Lodi,
afternoon.
Dr. Raul. Kamusta
Magandang
kayo?
hapon, Dr. Luigi. Good afternoon, Dr. Don, aka Piolo.
Wow, hindi, Doc Heartthrob talaga ako. Ba magreklamo ako, aka Doc Heartthrob ako sa social media. Ito si Doc Lodi na to talagang parang 6 months lang po ang agwat natin.
Thank you for having me. Thank you for having me.
Si Doc Raul kasi ang nagpasimuno nito. Dami rin pinasimuno ng presidenteng ito. Ewan ko, masyadong mataba utak. Kasi gusto lang niya maging healthy ang mga puso natin. And sabi niya kanina, yung Sneakers Friday, gusto niya tayong pagsuotin ng rubber shoes sa workplace. Pero every Friday lang ba? Pwede bang everyday? Kasi mas komportable ako sa rubber shoes. Pero Doc Raul, pwede mo bang ipaliwanag sa amin ngayon kung saan mo ba hinugot itong Sneakers Friday na ito? Ano bang siyensya sa likod ng programa mong ito?
Yeah, thank you for asking that. No, you see, during that time, no, it was 2017 when we launched this, and you were part of this, of course. And during the time, pre-pandemic, no, right and left, you have a weekend fun run, you have Ironman, no, Zumba is anywhere you can find it, no. But always the question, no, yung mga professionals, bakit ba, ano bang pwede nilang magawa, no? Kung if they don't have time, professionals like us, no, doctors, or say yung mga lawyers, or yung mga office workers, ano bang pwede na nilang magawa? So what's behind this 10,000 steps, no? Of course, yung concept ng Sneakers Friday is just a concept. We have to measure. There must be some form of metrics. And we have to measure in terms of activity. And naisip ko lang na if we can cover the 10,000 steps a day, that's basically, as they said, no, based on literatures, it's equivalent to a 30 minutes to 45 minutes of daily exercise. brisk exercise or moderate intensity. Of course, now, ang question natin, 10,000 steps, saan mo ba nakita to? You can ask Dr. Google, no? Bibigyan ka ng maraming news, literatures, and you can click images, lalabas lahat. 10,000 steps per day to be fit, no? Heart healthy, things like that, no? So, saan ba galing talaga siya? What's the root of this? Just to give you a little trivia, this 10,000 steps started or originally adopted by the Japanese, and this was during the 1964 Tokyo Olympics. Now, was there any medical research on this during that time? Unfortunately, wala. So these 10,000 steps actually used by a certain Japanese company to promote their pedometer, which apparently got successful in terms of sales. So yung pedometer nila, they called it manpokei, MANPOKEI. So man is it's a Japanese word for 10,000. Po is steps and kai is meter. So basically, maganda yung concept, no? But during that time, as I've said, there was no science behind it. But later on, and if you look at the literature again, Google it, ask Dr. Google, makikita mo, there must be a basis for this. And the researchers now are actually trying to find out and perhaps answer the issue, is this a fitness myth or is there a scientific basis for this? No? Okay, now, so far there are a lot of researchers looking into this 10,000 steps. And actually, this is no longer a magic number as claimed earlier. Can I have the next slide, please? In 2005, Professor Catherine Tudor-Lock came up with this formula, establishing what they call as a lifestyle activity based on number of steps achieved per day. And titingnan mo, yung active, if you're an active, you're supposed to achieve 10,000 steps per day. No? Again, this is actually published in 2005, but right now, it's no longer, say they went it down a little because 10,000 steps is really hard to achieve. To become active, it's already 7,500. And if you look at the sedentary lifestyle, papansin mo it's under 5,000, no? Medyo mataas pa rin. Ang sedentary now, it's about 3,000 to 3,500. Next slide. Now, how far is 10,000 steps? Kung mahilig ka sa, that's equivalent to 8 kilometers or 5 miles per hour. And then this 10,000 steps, actually you want to translate it into something that is clinically of benefit. So how much calories do I burn with these 10,000 steps? Next slide, please. Okay, next slide. Now, on an average person, for every 10-20 steps, they said you burn 1 calorie. No? So if assuming you're achieving a 10,000 steps per day, you're burning about 500 calories. No? But strictly speaking, based on several literatures, when you achieve a 10,000 steps, you burn something like 350 to 400 calories per day. Next slide. And this is more a little a good estimate. A brisk 25 minutes walk burn 1 calorie per every pound of body weight. So since, example, you're weighing 160 pounds, okay, and you walk 25 minutes, of course, you just have to multiply it by, you have to just replace the pounds into number of calories. That's about 160 calories. And if you walk 50 minutes, you burn practically 320 calories a day, which is quite a good estimate. Next slide. You might be asking, paano naman pag ako naglalakad sa stairs? Is there an equivalent calories being burned? Say, this is how they compute it. Because if you consider, say, from ground floor to first floor, you have to actually cross 2 flights of stairs. So you have 2 flights. And 1 flight is about maybe 10 or 12 steps. And for every step, you burn 0.46 calories. So roughly, if you achieve, let's say, if you climb one floor or two flights of stairs, you already burned 10 calories. And say if you continuously and try to say climb three floors, you burn 30 calories. Kung medyo masipag-sipag ka, no, kaya mo yung 9 floors, you burn 90 calories in one akyatan, no, from ground floor to 9th floor. Sometimes it's really hard, but you don't have to do it in one climbing, no. Hindi naman kailangan isang akyatan lang yan. Say 3 floors. Kaya in some offices or buildings, you'll notice, especially in the hospital, no, say to decongest the elevator, if you're just you want to climb on the third floor, you just have to use the stairs. Friendly naman ng stairs, no. So practically you burn 30 calories, no, something like that. Next slide. Okay, let me share this to you because pandemic na ngayon, no. The common problem is everybody seems to be at home, working at home, and believe me or not, the safest place right now is your home. Okay, and let me share to you this an interesting study that was published recently, April 13, 2021. No, that's practically a month ago, and the title of the journal is "Physical Inactivity is actually associated with the higher risk for severe COVID-19 outcomes." No. A study in 48,440 adult patients. Average age is about 47 years old. This was published in British Journal of Sports Medicine. Next slide. Now, actually, the study screened a total of 1,700 patients, no, who had COVID infection from January 2020 to October 2020. And because of some inclusion criteria, they were able to eliminate quite a huge number of patients, no? And they were only able to analyze and study a total of 48,440 adults. This is actually from Kaiser Permanente, Southern California. And the physical activity was actually assessed, no? Since these are all insurance HMO accredited patients, no? They have the baseline physical activity of this group of patients, no? And they tried to go back to the data, to the chart from 2018 to 2020. Next slide. And of these patients, 6% were considered consistently active, 14% were consistently inactive, and the rest were actually inconsistently active. You might be asking, how would you consider a certain patient consistently active or inconsistently active? So medyo they use the US exercise vital signs guidelines, and for you to be considered consistently active, you have to have at least more than 150 minutes of moderate intensity activity per week. So not that too hard, no? More than 150 minutes per week, moderate intensity exercise, and basically brisk walking is considered a more moderate intensity exercise. The inconsistently active, it's about less than 10 minutes per week. Okay? So practically talagang walang ginagawa kundi maglakad lang, no? Short distance walk lang. Less than 10 minutes per week, that's already considered consistently inactive. No? Consistently inactive, that's less than 10 minutes. And in between, meaning 11 minutes to 149 minutes per week of moderate intensity exercise, you're considered inconsistently active. Okay. Now, of these 48,440 patients, nearly 9% of them were actually hospitalized. So practically 10%, no? Roughly about 440 rather 4,800 patients. And over 2% were admitted at ICU. Of course, yan ang ayaw natin. And most of them are actually severe or critically ill patients from COVID infection. And 1.6%, unfortunately, succumbed to infection. Next slide. So what's the result? Now, consistently inactive, meaning those patients actually with less than 10 minutes of moderate intensity activity per week actually have twofold increase of being hospitalized from infection, from COVID infection. And almost 2 times as well, more likely to be admitted at ICU. And nearly 2.5 times more likely to die. So with this data alone, you could say that inactivity or being sedentary at all actually predispose you to severe form of COVID infection. Okay, and inconsistently active, meaning in between, more than 11 minutes to 149 minutes of moderate intensity activity has even lower risk of severe COVID-19 infection than those who were consistently active. Okay, that's why my heading there is one good way to help beat COVID is do exercise. So interesting, no? First time I saw this journal, that's why I immediately got the results and offer it to the public for us to become more aware that exercise indeed, can prevent, can protect us from COVID infection. Aside, of course, from staying at home, practicing the minimum health requirements, things like that. So a good study.
Yeah.
Tama, no? May magagawa tayo. Kailangan maging consistently active.
Correct.
Tama, para maprotektahan ang puso natin laban sa COVID, ano? Yun nga lang, dami ko napulot kay Dr. Lapitan, ano? Naglalakad lang, makakaburn ka ng calorie, pero pag naglakad ka, huwag kang kumakain ng ice cream kasi okay, so
water. You can drink water.
ang challenge lang kasi natin ngayon, you want to be active, kaso kung ang traditional alam mo ay nasa labas ng bahay, yun ang challenge. At mamaya pag-uusapan natin. But at this point, maraming gustong magtanong kay Dr. Lapitan.
Dahil napaka-interesting ng mga pinakita mo sa amin, Doc Raul. Meron tayong isang pasyenteng magtatanong. Pasok.
Pleasure.
Doc, yung kakilala ko may hypertension at high cholesterol. Magpapavaksina sana siya at sumusunod siya sa mga safety protocols. Hindi namin siya pinapalabas. May iba pa po bang pwedeng gawin para mapababa ang risk na magka-COVID? Thanks, Doc.
Ay, Marlo, tama-tama yung question mo, no? Buti na nakuha ko yung journal na yon. Exercise can prevent and can protect us from acquiring such COVID infection. Plus, of course, on top of yung sinasabi mong minimum health requirement. I would say, Marlo, push for vaccination because that's also one way to protect us. And believe it or not, mukhang we have to adapt with the current situation. No? COVID will stay here, and we have to protect ourselves.
Mukhang magtatagal pa ito, Dr.
Yes.
Raul, di ba? So,
Yes.
hindi lang bakuna, pero nandyan din ang exercise, syempre healthy lifestyle. Okay,
Right.
so artistahin pala, Kala ko ako yung kanina eh. Sabi ko, ako tanong kay Dr. Raul. Pero marami pang magtatanong kay Dr. Raul. No?
Marami pa.
Kayang sagutin ni Dr. Raul yan.
Patient number 2. Pasok.
Hi, Doc. Yung tita ko, worried ako sa kanya kasi diabetic siya. Naka-insulin and obese. Nabakunahan naman na siya laban sa COVID-19. Pero yun nga, obese siya and hindi talaga nakakapag-exercise. Right now, nag-work siya as a pharmacist sa isang hospital. Kaya ang sabi niya, wala siyang time because of work and at the same time, hindi safe lumabas para mag-exercise at napakainit. Ano kaya yung pwede niyang gawin para magkaroon ng physical activity? Para maging physically active?
Thank you, Michael. Dun sa question mo, maganda yan, no? Kung masishare ko sa'yo, yung diabetes and obesity are actually sa pag-aaral nakikita natin. Dun sa mga nako-confine from COVID infection, actually most of them or majority of them actually have diabetes and obesity. And it's good, well, nabakunahan na siya, may protection na siya. But of course, that's a good reason then not to do exercise kung mainit, no? And at this point in time, lalo na dito sa era natin, no, pandemic, no, you really have to stay in a proper place kung saan tayo pwede mag-exercise. Now, yung pagiging pharmacist niya sa hospital is not a reason why you cannot do exercise. In fact, if you're working in the hospital, no, maganda yung naglalakad tayo, Michael, no? Sabihin mo sa tita mo, maglakad siya while doing his activity in the hospital. Lakad pa rin, no? Lakad pa rin tayo. And kung nakuha mo yung message ko kanina and meron naman siyang smartphone and mare-register naman doon yung number of steps niya, no? So maganda if you can achieve a higher number of steps, no? Say kung mag-umpisa ka sa 3,000 steps, kung nakikita niya na 3,000 steps, consciously na pwede niyang i-increase pa yung number of steps. That's one way to do exercise, no? Without knowing na nag-exercise na pala siya. Kasi ang gusto nga natin, dun sa kaya natin tinorm yung Sneakers Friday, para magawa natin yung mga activities na pwede nating magawa sa ating lugar, workplace, na hindi natin kailangan tumakbo outside, no? Kailangan lang talaga we have to do it more often and say consciously na aside from working, nag-exercise tayo. So kung say may sasagot siya ng telepono, baka pwede naman siya sumagot ng telepono and then maglakad siya habang sumasagot ng telepono, no? Minsan kasi yung pag-uutos natin, it's one reason din ba kaya kinatatamaran. Why not tayo ang gumawa para at least a few steps din yon para equivalent to exercise, no? And hopefully throughout the day dumami yung number of steps niya and that can be converted into something like losing your calories.
Tama yan, Doc Raul. Partner Luigi, ano lang yan di ba? You have to incorporate the exercise sa daily routine mo. Don't take the elevator, take the stairs. Di ba?
Bawasan daw ang phone orders.
And do not make your workplace so convenient that everything is within your reach. Yung water mo, andyan lang. So medyo ilayo mo, printer mo, ilayo mo. So you will be forced to walk. Ang Sneakers Friday, di ba, Doc Raul, ginawa ito para hindi sa pamporma, di ba? Ito ay ginawa naman, no? Para maglakad tayo.
Doon sa hospital na pinagtatrabuhan niya, instead of using the elevator, to the sinabi mo, baka better if we can, if yung tita ni Michael can use the stairs, no?
Yes. Magpark ka ng mas malayo para makapaglakad ka. So just incorporate. Sabi nga nila kung gusto mo maraming paraan. Anyway, meron tayong mamayang guest pa diyan na tuturuan tayo ng mga exercises sa workplace.
Pwede lang gawin sa habang nasa office sila, no? May isa pa tayong magtatanong, Doc Raul. Our third patient.
Doc, maraming maintenance medicine yung ninong ko. Nagkaroon kasi siya ng heart failure. Pero okay naman na siya. Mga 1 year na rin hindi na hospital. Meron bang physical activities na pwede para sa kanya?
Thank you, Angela, for that question. And it's good yung tito mo medyo stable, no? But since na-mention mo yung heart failure, ibig sabihin, I'm sure na pag-usapan na nila ng doktor niya na yung puso niya is really not normal. And tama ka, he's taking a lot of medicines. Yes, merong exercise na pwede sa kanila, no? Kung di nga lang pandemic, merong cardiac rehabilitation program na para sa kanila, heart failure. But since yung question mo na pwedeng maging exercise, yes, meron tayong pwedeng gawin pa rin. Tulad nung naunang questions, walking pa rin is the best form of exercise, no? And achieving a certain number of steps really makes a lot of difference. Say dahan-dahan, say kung for today, 10 minutes, and then a couple of days or 3 days, increase niya for about 5 minutes. So magiging 15 minutes, pataas naman pataas, doon sa kaya niya, no? That's one way to do it, no? Tulad nga, well, iba yung today is extraordinary time na talagang we're confined dun talagang sa four walls of our house. So talagang you have to be contented kung anong pwede magawa natin sa bahay, gawa natin, yung paglalakad, no? And of course, number 2 is yan, yung dumbbell, no? While sitting. Pwedeng, if you don't have dumbbells, no? Pwedeng kumuha ka ng something na pwede mong magaan lang, nilagay mo sa kamay mo kahit bola, no? 10 counts lang. Habang nakaupo ka rin, yung paa mo, itaas mo alternately. 10 counts. each leg. So doing it every day make your muscles stronger. Now, another way to do exercise if you have heart failure, kung may pagkakataon, no, yung swimming pool. So, maganda ring exercise yan sa mga pasyenteng may heart failure. So, do that lightly, no? Para at least makatulong din sa pampalakas din ng muscle and of course, lumakas yung puso. Alam mo yung mga pasyenteng may heart failure kasi ano yan pag medyo na-feel nilang active sila, kaya nila, they feel more engrossed sa paggawa ng mga activities and they feel even more stronger, no? So malaking bagay 'yon na mention ni Angelo yung tito niya stable, no, taking a lot of medicines. Talagang they had to do that, no? And be monitored.
Encourage them.
Yes.
Mental health din kasi psychological support yan di ba? Kasi 90.
Amen.
And although mag-share ako, mag-interject muna ako pagbigyan niyo na ako. May tita kasi yung auntie ko, ninang ko, is also a heart failure patient. Siyempre, pinaka-poging cardiologist ang bumali sa kanya. So mga more than 10 years na siya. So she's in Canada right now, nag-exercise, ang hilig mag-shopping doon sa thrift shop yan sa Canada. So talagang tulak-tulak pero hanggang ganun lang, and of course healthy diet, no? And she's now celebrating her 90th birthday today. So my ninang, yes, and heart failure patient yan but with exercise 90 years of exercise.
Malaking bagay ang exercise talaga, especially on heart failure patients.
Na-segue ko yung bati ko.
Sinabi mo na rin nga, di ba, yung smoking is rather serious. Yung smoking across all ages, no? Kahit na anong sakit meron, diabetes, obesity, talagang stay away from chair ba, di ba? Maganda yung gumagalaw-galaw.
Okay, so meron pa ba tayong magtatanong or
babalikan natin si Doc Raul mamaya.
Hindi pa natin pakakawalan si Doc Raul, but bago natin siya pakawalan, gusto muna nating batiin din yung nasa Facebook, Itong si Katrina Gonzalez, ang daming bumabati rito no? Binabati si Dr. Rey, si Rio Araha. So lahat po, hello sa inyo. Maraming salamat sa pagsusubaybay. At sa mga bagong tune in lang po, you can write your questions on the comment section ng Facebook live natin, and of course sa Zoom natin dun sa chat box, no? And please share our live streaming so that we can reach out to more people and we can educate people with the right information coming from the right authorities, only from the Philippine Heart Association.
Tama yan. We'll see you later, Dr. Raul Lapitan.
Thank you very much.
Di pa tayo tapos, Dr. Raul, ha?
Kung gusto, may paraan, di ba, no? Doc, doon. No? Madaling ma-incorporate.
Nakatingin pa ako sa aking cellphone, nagbabasa ng mga messages, tama ka dyan, partner Luigi. Pag talagang gusto, maraming paraan. Kung ayaw talaga, maraming dahilan. Tama.
Kaya yung susunod nating makakasama, mag-e-enlighten pa sa atin kung paano natin ma-incorporate ang physical activity in our everyday lives. No?
Tama. Ito, kapartner na ng PHA for at least 7 years na yata, no? Sila ang naging ambassadors natin for wellness. At sikat na sikat. Dati pinapanood ko lang mga to, ngayon kabiruan ko na no? So, akala ko, Diyos sila nun, tao rin pala sila. Pero tinitingala dahil napaka-eksperto tungkol sa fitness. Tama?
Dahil nabanggit mo, papakilala natin our next speakers are celebrity coaches and fitness experts who are also ambassadors of the Philippine Heart Association and also of the Fit Fail movement. The Fit Fail movement is their brainchild. Sila yung husband and wife tandem na talaga namang hahangaan mo at suki na natin dito sa Philippine Heart Association. Pati ang PNP, katandem na nila sa 4-minute exercise, and lately yung the Chubby Anonymous Project, a weight loss program for the Philippine National Police. It's been their advocacy to make our country fitter and healthier. Yung nationwide fitness and wellness campaign nila, grabe ang magnitude. Imagine a whole country actively united in becoming fit and healthier. Hindi biro yun, but the Sarets are really passionate about what they do. Coaches Jim and Toni Saret.
Yes.
Hello, coaches.
O, di ba?
Buhay kayo, Doc.
Oo. Hello, kamusta naman ang ating fitness coaches? Fit na fit pa rin?
Ito, Doc, ang gagwapo ng mga host natin. At
Ay, magkaibigan talaga tayo.
meron din akong pang ano dyan. Sabi mo dati napapanood mo lang kami. Dati nababasa ka lang namin sa My Heart magazine at sa lahat ng Tapos,
Talaga?
hindi ka lang namin nakikita sa stage na palagi nag-host. Ikaw pa yung head ng UST Faculty of Med. Kung
Naku,
saan lahat ng mga kamag-anak ko at lahat ng PTs namin eh.
Oo. Tama na. Don Reyes left the room. Bye-bye. Okay na.
Dahil, Doc, maraming salamat talaga. Before anything, I would like to thank you because ikaw yung lucky charm ng mga magulang ko. Twice na talaga silang nasa binghit ng kamatayan at talagang ikaw ang nagiging guardian angel nila. So, they're also watching today.
Welcome.
And
Hello.
I think we just need to mention your name and they feel that they're in good hands. So, thank you.
It's my job. It's my job and your friend. So we have to help each other. Okay, and I am very happy that you are alive, healthy, and still doing your passion. All right, partner Luigi, simulan na natin ang balitaktakan with the celebrity fitness couple.
We also have 3 patients for you. Pasok, patient number 1.
Mga coach, single mom yung kakilala ko tapos nagwo-work from home pa siya kaya talagang busy. Wala na siyang time for exercise. Wala rin naman siyang workout equipment sa bahay at alam naman natin na hindi pa rin safe na lumabas. So how can she start being physically active?
Okay, well Doc, it's a very, very good question, especially ngayong panahon ng pandemya. Lahat tayo nasa bahay lang. And actually yung lecture kanina ni Dr. Nannette, tsaka ni Dr.
Raul, akmang-akma talaga.
Akma-akma po talaga siya. And actually, yung sagot namin dyan is gonna be a spin-off from what Doc Nannette said earlier kasi dun namin nasimulan yung concept of Fit Heart Minute. Except ang ginawa namin ni Coach Toni ngayon, in-expand pa namin siya and we continued to push it pa to another level. So, ang pwede natin gawin sa bahay.
Nag-evolve na siya.
Nag-evolve na siya.
Parang yung virus, nag-mutate.
Ako, pero sa magandang paraan. Ang
Yes! Evolve to something better.
Yes.
Yes. So, what we can recommend to everyone, especially mga nasa bahay, is we have to start slowly lang muna. Diba? Let's take baby steps. Marami kasi mag-message sa amin na gusto nila 1-hour workout kagad, which doesn't really happen. We always have to take baby steps and ang pinaka-importante, magkaroon tayo ng structure. So, ang pinapush talaga namin ni Coach Toni ngayon is very similar to the Fit Heart Minute. We actually call them short pocket workouts na nag-range from 1 minute to 4 minutes lang na pwede gawin sa bahay. And when we started with Dr. Nannette, we've been experimenting with it, we've been sharing with a lot more people, and we're so happy to share with everyone that it actually works.
Yes!
Before, people would think kasi joke time lang yan, diba? But it's not that eh. It's more of behavior modification. It's not the workout talaga magpapapayat sa'yo, but the mere fact sinisingit-singit natin siya, like pocket workouts ng every hour, every 2 hours, what happens, nag-iiba talaga yung ating patterns of behavior for the rest of the day. And with that, we'd like to show sana to everybody para ma-inspire siguro sila. Can we show our first picture? Yan. So this is real, this is real time. Ito yung nangyari during the pandemic. This is General Sinas po, former chief of the Philippine National Police. Before the pandemic hit, actually just a few weeks before, kinontak po niya kasi kami. And he was trying to ask for help na he wanted to change his lifestyle. Kasi ito po siya. Let's show the next picture. So, sa PNP po, yan, kilala po siya as being really a big person. Actually, nasa 5XL yata yung...
Oo, 5XL siya.
Yes.
Talagang biggie siya. Biggie talaga siya niyan.
Yes,
I've seen him personally.
Yes, yes. Actually, Doc will expound on that later. But he was 300 plus, no?
Correct. And so, next picture, please. Yan. So, if people see him talaga, he is a very big person. Matangkad pa siya. So, when he asked us for help, basically, next picture tayo. Basically, he asked us for help. But being a very busy person, sabi niya wala talaga siyang 1 hour para mag-workout. And puro
busy siya.
So sabi niya, possible ba talaga magkaroon siya ng pagbabago? So dito namin introduce yung pocket workout, si Fit Heart Minute, introduce namin. Si walking, walk the talk, we introduce it as well. Pag may time siya, maglakad lang siya. So we introduce this short pocket workout and of course, lifestyle change, yung diet niya, bantayan niya ng konti. And here's what we'd like to share with everyone. Itong short pocket workouts natin at saka mga walking, this is what happened. Next picture po tayo. Yan. So, After 4 months of doing short pocket workouts lang, and some dieting, ito po siya, he actually lost a total of 44 pounds. And this is documented.
Wow!
Yes. Nakita natin yan personally, pagpayat niya.
Yes. And remember, he is one of the busiest people sa buong bansa. Kasi the crossover siya when he started this from being NCRPO chief to becoming the chief of the PNP. So when he became head of the PNP, mas nag-triple pa siguro yung pagka-busy, diba? So there's really no excuse for it. There's really no reason for him talaga na, wala talaga siyang time mag 1 hour workouts or anything like that.
No downtime.
Correct. So this is where...
Pati tulog niya kulang.
Pati tulog ko.
Oo.
So this is where the power of the Fit Heart Minute, tsaka the walking, walk lang, in-incorporate talaga namin siya. Now, let's show the next slide, please. Yon. So, the thing is, even though naging chief PNP na siya, sabi namin kay chief, Jen, tuloy natin to. Kasi this is a lifestyle change. And he agreed. And again, puro singit workout naman siya. So, after 8 months, we're very proud to show this. Yeah, so this was him before, 8 months before.
Susunod.
Wala po siyang suot, ayan talagang tiyan niya.
Hindi yan na-stretch, ha? Hindi yan na yung photo talagang that's it. It's unedited. It's a raw picture.
Yes, Doc.
And this is him after 8 months.
Oo. Wow! Parang nanganak, di ba?
Good job, General Sinas.
Yes. At,
and good job, coaches.
And one thing that we can learn from General Sinas is hindi lang naman yung pocket exercises, but more importantly, it's a discipline, right? The passion, yung consistency, di ba?
Yeah.
Doc, that's what it's all about naman. The pocket workouts, the walking, papasok siya sa discipline eh. And it's all about consistency.
Yes.
And that's basically what we showed him. Kahit na maliliit yung ginagawa natin, basta consistent tayo, it will pay off in the long run. And the nice thing also is we collaborated with his doctors kasi nga, we did all the tests needed to make sure that he was doing it safely. And syempre maraming hindi maniniwala na posible siya. So we'd like to show a video clip of him doing the pocket workouts habang nasa bahay siya. Let's play the video.
Yeah. Mahirap yata tumira sa bahay niya. Baka habang kumakain, habang nag-uusap kayo, gumaganyan kayo, no?
Inatin na pag ginawa ko ito, lahat kayo tatapos.
Pag umaga, at alas 3 na, automatic na yung sabi niya.
Yeah.
Nagwawalis lahat.
Yes, right, that's right.
And that's what we would like to recommend to everybody who's working from home. Don't think of something big. Diba? Huwag kayo makagising ng 1 hour na. Let's start with baby. Tapos
Oo, mga ano lang, start with something small. At least you're starting from somewhere. Right?
This is something most of us can do, no? It looks simple.
And you can't give that extra duress on your immune system.
That's right.
Because you want to actually boost your immune system. You don't want to overly waste it. So, wag masyadong buhay. Ayaw mo rin naman na maging sedentary ka. So, yung everything in moderation, especially right now.
Oh, and Doc, we'd like to add also, if you saw kung nakita po natin yung mga movements, very basic po siya. Ito yung sinishare namin talaga sa lahat. Hindi kailangan complicated ang exercises.
Tama, nagpapasikat ka sa mga galaw-galaw, di ba? Everyday ginagawa natin, pag-upo, pagtayo, paglakad, di ba? Pag-akyat ng hagdan.
Pwede yun.
Correct, Docs. And as you can see, Jen is 55 years old,
56 na.
56, kasi retired na eh.
Yes. And the workout we did was basically the most basic, and they work. And there's living proof talaga.
Parang sa Fit Heart Minute, diba? Upo tayo, jumping jacks.
Actually, Doc, we'd also like to show some other people na gumawa po ng mga pocket workouts natin. I think we have like 2 more pictures.
Sige. Can we see?
No, later on. Before this, sir, atas tayo ng konti. Sige pa, sir. One more.
Bago po yan.
Yan. So if you look at this, these are some of the other people sa PNP na tinuruan namin ng mga short pocket workouts.
Na-inspire din ba ni General Sinas sila?
Yeah, super
Yes.
inspired
Oo.
sa kanya. So kita nyo sa bahay yan. Next picture.
Sabi niya, Doc, I'll lead by example.
Tama. Oo.
Kung hindi ko mapanindigan ito, at para sundan ka ng tao mo, kailangan panindigan
You have to walk the talk.
Yes.
Oo. Parang PHA past presidents lang namin.
Dr. Nannette, Dr. lang ang peg.
And then
Diba?
the last picture here.
Sino to? Yan.
Yan. So if you look on the left side, that's this is before the pandemic. Nakita nyo naman, diba, parehas silang malaki. Now this was, eto na, recently lang po yan.
Of course,
you've seen the changes.
They're still a work in progress, so mas payat pa po sila ngayon kung makikita natin ngayon.
And the secret here po talaga is short pocket workouts lang, doable workouts, and we tell them pag may time kayo, maglakad kayo. And the nice thing pa na we didn't mention, si Jen Sinas, instead of taking a car, pag nasa loob siya ng prame, nilalakad niya yung mga building to building.
Correct.
Yun nga sa ginagawa po ni, promote natin po sa ating walking.
Yes, walking.
Tsaka yung pagkain din niya, ano din siya, gulay-gulay. Sabi nga niya, laswa-laswa. Kasi he's from the south, diba? So more of gulay, so talagang disiplinado siya. Yung mga dating kinahiligan niya, sabi niya, I have to let go of those.
Correct, Doc.
Very, very holistic, Doc. It became very, from his eating, it became a nutrient-dense foods and calorie-sparse foods. Tapos yung masagana sa sustansya, pero konti lang sa calories, salat sa calories na empty calories. Tapos holistic. He had to check on his doctor first before embarking on the fitness journey para mabasbasan yung kanyang fitness journey. And I mean, it's also sleep, recovery, his outlook, and ano talaga siya, very holistic. Hindi lang
bottom line, Doc, if somebody's super busy, diba, imagine you're head of the entire police sa buong Pilipinas, can do this, that means lahat po tayo may pag-asa. Tama ba, Doc?
Yeah. Tama yan. Yes. And if I may share about General Sinas, kasi nakausap ko rin yan. Close kami. Alright. Ano siya andun yung kagustuhan niya, but then again, he was able to inspire people. And siya being able to inspire, dapat may inspiration siya. And he has found his inspiration to stay healthy. Siyempre, di ko na sasabihin kung ano inspiration na yun. Kami lang yung yun. So you have the right inspiration to stay healthy. So you can stick with your goals. And it's for life. It's a lifestyle nga. Hindi lang siya panandalian, pang summer lang. Diba? Makasot, hindi naman tayo makasot ngayon dahil bawal pa mag-beach.
So hindi excuse ang pagiging busy at quarantined inside the house. You can incorporate being physically active inside the house even if you're busy. Meron pa tayong isang question. Next
Hi, Coach. My question is, I work as an admin, and so I'm in the office a lot of the time. And when I get home, I still have to attend to the kids. I still have to cook dinner, clean the house, and everything else the house duty calls me to do. And so I wanted to ask, while I'm at work, are there or what are some physical activities that I can do?
Busy si Mami.
Oo.
Tatlo na pala anak ni Justino. Thank you for the question. And I get yung sagot dito kasi isi-segue natin ulit sa Fit Heart Minute tsaka yung ginawa ni Jen Sinas. Because after what happened to him, sabi niya, gusto ko to gawin sa entire PNP. Hindi ba? I-share natin
Leading
tong
by example.
Correct, tong pocket workout. So what we did was we created...
So he implemented the BMI reduction program. And for those who are extremely obese, yung obese 1, 2, and 3,
si Chubby
he also
Anonymous.
made that Oplan Chubby Anonymous,
Correct.
no?
But
Para
for
mapapayat ang mga kapulisan. Yeah.
Yes. Pero for those at work, what we highly recommend that will work is if we can get your company or your organization to adopt what we call a 10 a.m. and 3 p.m. wellness habit.
Correct.
So ano ba itong
Wow. Ano yan? 10 a.m. tsaka 3, ano?
Correct. So
3
basically,
p.m.
3 p.m. Yeah, yes, Doc.
Yeah.
This is a habit now wherein everybody will be given either 1 minute up to 4 minutes to engage in some form of a wellness activity. And gusto natin lahat, hindi lang isa, dalawa, tatlo, para it's a corporate thing. Kasi at the end of the day, mag-benefit lahat din naman ng mga employees. And this has never been done before, but we'd like to show everybody an example of this 10 o'clock at saka 3 o'clock habit that we adopted sa PNP, courtesy of General Sinas, of course.
And other corporations, actually.
And
in
other
fact,
corporations.
ABS-CBN is one of them. Sa lahat po ng palapag ng ABS-CBN, tuwing alas 10 na umawag, alas 3 ng hapon, talagang yung PA system po, tumutunog na at lahat kami talagang encouraged mula presidente, mula kay Sir Lopez's.
So here's an example of what we did sa PNP, which we actually encourage everybody else po sana who's watching na sana po we can adopt the same thing. Play video po tayo.
That may sound yan kasi kasama kami dyan eh.
ang presidente ng PHA. Kami po ay lubos na nagpapasalamat sa ating Chief PNP at naipapalagana po ang aming advokasya na patuloy po nating pangalagaan ng ating kalusugan dito sa ginagawa po ni General Sinas ngayon na tinatawag nating 4-minute exercise. So we encourage everyone to join us and sa bahay, sa trabaho, sa opisina. Pwede po itong gawin. Very practical po para sa ating lahat. So maraming salamat po and stay healthy. Keep your heart healthy.
PNP, sabayan niyo po kami sa 4 na minutong ehersisyo.
Super Chief PNP ng bawat Pilipino, awa at serbisyo para sa kapwa-tao. Krimen ay ayaw niya, pati magbangus ng puso. Ang pag-ibig niya sa bayan natin totoo. Kamao niya ay para sa masasama, kisig niya ay aming pag-asa.
Kita ko yun.
What you're seeing is the 10 a.m. and 3 p.m. fitness exercise routine. Dinedemonstrate po ni Jen Sinas with PHA, PMA, and all the other top generals. Sige po, can you play the volume?
Ito na siya, nandito na, Chief PNP Sinas.
Sorry po, tinadocument ko lang. Just documenting. Sorry, ma'am.
Entire PNP is actually the entire complex.
Live yan? Live? Like in the middle of a normal day? Hindi yan yung parang nag-shooting kayo?
Every 10 a.m. and 4 p.m., di ba? Tama ba?
10 and 3, Doc.
10 a.m. and 3 p.m.
In all PNP regions nationwide, Luzon.
Wow.
And that was one of those times na sabay-sabay sila nag-exercise.
Yes, Doc. So
that's a nice move.
Corporate wellness ng PNP. Imbis na kanya-kanya, kasi there's 200,000 policemen eh. Ang hirap kung kanya-kanya. So what we said was every 10 and 3, they will allot 4 minutes and do the routine, the ones we shot, Doc, with you.
The videos we shot are what they actually follow. Luzon, Visayas, Mindanao, sa Doc.
Yeah.
Pugay sa mga...
All right, that's nice.
Is this something they can view online, available to online for everyone to see?
Yes, Doc.
Can you promote it? Saan nila makikita? Maybe other companies can also adapt.
Doc, we'll share it sa Facebook page natin, Doc, with PHA.
All right. Philippine Heart Association Facebook page. Look for it po.
Mga media outfits natin, di ba? One last question. Okay.
We have one last question para sa coaches.
Okay, Doc, here is my question. I'd like to get back into more active sports or exercise, a regular exercise. Maybe I was thinking an hour a day, but my question is this: how can I exercise? How can I maximize an hour a day of exercise while still being the kind of person who loves to eat? I mean, especially eat out, the food that we eat out. I'm just saying, I'm just saying, how can I still eat the way I eat and still maximize 1 hour a day of exercise? How can it be safe and how can it be beneficial for me?
Kung si kung si paring Martin
Oo. Nagiging suki na natin siya. Parati siyang
maraming salamat
nagtatanong,
Mr.
ha?
Martin Rivera.
Thank you, Mr. Martin Rivera.
Sana makinig siya sa sasabihin ni coach kasi baka ayaw niya yung sagot. Oo, baka ako din sasagutin ko siya, ayaw niya nang isasagot ko sa kanya. Go coaches.
Actually, one time, Doc, sa showtime, nandun kami with Martin, but katabi ko siya, ako nasa treadmill. Sabi ko, hey, do you wanna hop on? Because there are 4 treadmills on stage. He goes, oh no, it's okay, I'm just gonna host. So we were on the treadmill promoting a show. And lahat magalaw. And all the other artistas, siya lang, nakatayo lang doon. At sabi niya, come on, let's go, let's do it. So,
okay, so anyway, to answer Martin's question, thank you so much for that question. I think a lot of people are affected by the same thing. I think the best answer we can give you right now is
especially
you can never...
amplified by the pandemic, everyone's getting more sedentary. And right, you were right, Doc Lapitan and Doc Don, sitting is the new smoking. So to fight sedentaryism, which is amplified by the pandemic, we really have to move. And what's
Correct.
been happening is we want to, now that mas bukas na po lahat at mas may access po tayo kumain sa labas, baka bumalik na naman, kumakain na po tayo ng lagi-lagi, wala na nga po tayong structure, then we still are encouraged to eat more right now, di ba? So, I guess we have to start with structure.
Okay, so there's a saying na sinasabi namin, you cannot outrun a bad diet.
No, out-train.
Out-train.
You can never
Out-train a bad diet. So, it doesn't matter kung mag-go 1 hour tayong exercise. If you're overeating or you're eating too much, hindi talaga natin kaya labanan yan. We have seen people na payat, pero they are pre-diabetic already. Diba?
Correct.
We call them skinny fat.
Mga skinny fat,
So,
no?
minsan it's not even in the weight. We'll go workout parate, tag-exercise, pero hindi pa rin sila healthy. So, you cannot out-train a bad diet. So, with that said, sorry, Martin, we cannot recommend a 1 hour workout that can offset, diba? The love for eating. But we can give you some tips that might be able to help change the whole dynamic. So we'll start first with basically, before you begin anything, you have to see your doctor first. Kasi I think you mentioned it naman kanina, diba, you wanted to do it safely. See your doctor first. Kasi baka mamaya naman, being a foodie is good, diba? We all love to eat food, correct? But at the same time, it's always good to make sure first that we can eat the food we like to eat. Kasi baka mamaya, ang taas sa cholesterol natin. Diba, Doc?
Yes, that's right. That's right.
Sugar mo, ang taas-taas. O may
So,
hypertension ka na, nagtitrigger na ng lahat ng comorbidities.
Correct. So make sure to see your doctor first. Now, the second thing we can recommend naman, which you can do at home, is to weigh yourself every morning. Now, why do we want to weigh yourself or ourselves every morning? Well, most of us kasi, yung accountability, nakakalimutan natin. Kasi minsan inisip natin, kumain tayo, tapos 1 hour tayong workout, okay na siya. It doesn't work out like that. Sometimes yung 10 minutes na kinain mo, the calories na pinasok mo sa tiyan mo is more than the 1 hour na sinunod mo. Kaya nga sabi ni Doc kanina, diba, walking 10,000 steps, 500 calories. Ilang Oreos lang kakainin mo, 500 calories na yun eh. Diba? So, the 1 hour workout doesn't really equate or equalize kagad the food binge na papasukan natin. So, weighing yourself in the morning can be a wake-up call for us na pag nakita natin nag-gain tayo ng weight. And yes, we like you to keep a record. Usually sa bathroom, diba ko sa nakalagay, every morning, first thing in the morning, makikita mo, uy, tumataas yung weight ko. Then that's already a warning sign for you na, okay, baka hindi mo na ako mag-binge today. Kasi nga, nakita ko tumataas yung weight ko. So that's one of the things we highly recommend is to weigh yourself in the morning. The third tip we can give.
And psychologically, it makes you more mindful. So it sets the tone of the day. Plus, what was that saying? That you need to have parameters that are measurable for you to know that you're doing.
Correct. So that's why you have to write down, keep a record of your weight so you can actually see what's happening, especially in panahon ng pandemic. Because a lot of us have probably gained 2 pounds or more.
Actually, more.
Or more.
Or more.
More, diba, Doc?
Yes, that's right. I've seen a lot of patients really adding pounds.
Doc, there's a new study we just read. It's a study, research, that Americans gained 2 pounds per month since the pandemic started.
Doc, dalawang taon na tayo.
1 year.
1 and a half, diba?
1 year and a half
So,
na
Doc,
tayo, Doc.
mga may 30 pounds na.
So anyway, tip number 3, is try to squeeze in a pocket workout first thing in the morning. So if this is one of the wellness habits na gusto namin ni Coach Tony promote sa lahat, we want you to have morning rituals. So when you wake up in the morning, start weighing yourself. And the second one is do a quick 1 minute, 4 minute exercise. Now, why do we want to do this? Nobody wants to do it, diba? Nobody wants to exercise first thing in the morning. Gusto natin mag-breakfast kaagad. But we are trying to change the pattern of behavior. Kasi if you don't change your pattern of behavior, the way you start your day is probably the way you're gonna end your day. So if you change it by doing an exercise in the morning, ang chances niyan, mag-iiba yung routine mo the rest of the day. And we have seen a lot of research has shown that people who work out in the morning are more successful in keeping their ideal body weight as compared to people who exercise later on during the day. Kasi ang tendency pag later on, hindi na sila naka-workout, pagod na, traffic na, ang daming excuses as compared to those that work out first thing in the morning. Plus, when you work out in the morning, the happy hormones diba, rush to the brain. And so when you go to your breakfast, minsan wala ka sa mood mag-breakfast kasi I feel good, I had exercise, sige mamaya na lang kakain. As compared to not exercising, when you see breakfast, gusto mo kaagad kainin yan, diba?
Yeah.
There's a lot of benefits of...
So you're setting the tone right. You're increasing your metabolism without even really knowing it because unang-una pa lang, paggising mo pa lang, yung metabolism mo umaandar na, diba?
Yeah, that's right.
So free wheel na siya. At least kahit hindi ka kumikimot o gumagalaw after. That's why you need sporadic pocket workouts throughout the day. But not just that, Doc. The most important thing is you become more mindful every day. Because first thing in the morning, pag naging habit mo na yung 1 minute or 4 minutes sa umaga, nagkaka-muscle memory ka. So pag na-miss mo yan ng isang araw, psychologically, like let's say it's a Saturday or a Sunday, you would feel like, ay parang may kulang. Ginawa mo siyang habit na hindi mo namalayan, natanggap na ng katawan mo, di ba?
Yeah, it's forming a habit. Yeah.
Muscles are actually looking for it. Your body is becoming physically and physiologically more adapted to being fitter.
Correct. Now, another tip we like to give sa morning, again, part of the morning habit, is to drink a glass of fiber. And fiber is very crucial. I mean, we find fiber naman sa veggies, di ba? Sa pagkain natin. But it is so hard kasi kalat-kalat yan. You have to prepare them. But if you drink, meron na kayo kasing fiber na minimix na lang, put it in a glass of water, mix it, and then drink it. Now, the reason we want everybody
through psyllium husks, no?
Correct.
It doesn't have to be a brand.
The psyllium. P-S-Y, psyllium husks.
Yeah. It's basically high fiber drinks.
Yes.
Correct. And the reason we want you to do this is because, one, it cleanses your gut. And syempre, importante talaga yung gut natin malinis. For our health din talaga overall. Second, there's this feeling of fullness every time may fiber ka sa tiyan.
Society.
Correct. Para kang busog kasi nag-expand siya. And so it's a tip that we can give to people. If you're first thing in the morning, drink a glass of fiber. And then when you're hungry throughout the day, before you eat, di ba, gutom ka, drink another glass of fiber. Una, it's inexpensive. But second, pandaya siya kasi it tricks your brain to thinking may laman yung tiyan mo. While at the same time, detoxing your gut.
Yeah, so drinking fires up your organs first thing in the morning. Parang lalagyan mo ng tubig yung kotse mo, Doc, diba? Kailangan gas or tubig. So you need that to jumpstart your metabolism. Then you also need water to detox and flush all the toxins out of your system. And of course, you wanna improve your gut biome because your immune system really is also in your gut.
That's true. If I may just add, no, to what the coaches have been saying, the science is two scientific facts. The reason why it's better to exercise in the morning because the hormones that burn the fats work better in the morning. So you might want to take advantage of this one. That's why exercising in the morning, not sa gabi, because kaya nga, di ba, matulog ka sa gabi because it's the time that you will be relaxing. Yung katawan mo dapat matuto din mag-relax. And another thing, yung the right food that you have to put into your mouth, into your gut. Now, evidence are already mounting that diseases really begin in the gut. So, kung anong kinakain mo, pag masama yan, ay, dyan magsisimula ang sakit. So, yes, partner Luigi?
May number 5 pa, which leads them to number 5. Can we see number 5? Sakto sa sinabi mo.
Yes,
yeah.
Again, this is something we have noticed with everyone. Even kami,
yeah.
Pandemic, napapa-Netflix to sawa na tayo, diba?
Guilty,
Only Amazon, only lahat.
HBO, lahat.
So, we end up sleeping at 3, 4 in the morning, diba?
Ay, grabe siya, oh. Launa lang.
The problem kasi that, Doc, with the pandemic is nawawala yung structure natin.
Correct.
Kasi work will
That's
start
true.
at 10 or 1 o'clock.
Nadidiscard lahat, na-offset
Correct.
lahat.
But if we want to be healthier, we have to stick to certain habits. And we highly recommend people to be asleep by 10 p.m.
So yung circadian clock natin, mas
Correct.
ayos.
We're following the circadian rhythm. But also, it avoids the midnight snacking. Kasi, Doc, honestly, kahit kami, alam namin, pag 1 a.m. nagdi-Netflix kami, may tendency ka talagang maghanap ng
Ay, ewan ko sa inyo. Ako naman hindi.
Kasi tapos pag nakita mong kumakain yung yung star, gusto mo rin kainin yung kinakain niya, nagsasalivate ka din, di ba?
Huwag kasi kayong enggitero. Pinapanood nyo lang yung kayong enggitero. Huwag ganun. Talaga mapapakain ka.
If you sleep by 10, at least you're removing one aspect, that extra calories na ipapasok mo sa katawan mo. We're able to get rid of that.
And it's a certain time. At 10 o'clock, Doc, if we sleep earlier, that's about the time, 10 to 3, they say, or 2 is the most, 10 p.m. to 3 a.m. is the most crucial time for the brain to cleanse itself, the liver to detox.
Regeneration and all, detoxification and all. That's the resting phase for the human body. Sige po, Tito Jim at saka Tita Toni, matutulog na po ako ng alas 10.
Yes, Doc, babata tayo. Secret.
Doc, growth hormones released between 10 p.m. to 2 a.m.
So, fountain.
Opo, Tito.
Thank you. Very practical tips, coaches, no? Sana matandaan natin lahat, all those 5 tips.
Right, that's right.
Nakakaligtaan natin uminom na maraming tubig dahil what we mistake for hunger is actually thirst. So,
First, ayun.
dehydrated na pala tayo, lalong-lalo na ngayon na napakainit ng panahon.
Yes, that's true. Don't forget to hydrate, no? All right, so hindi pa tayo tapos pero tatawagin na ba natin? Ano ang next segment natin ngayon, partner Luigi? Excited tayo sa mga kaganapan sa ating 9th edition ng Usapang Puso sa Puso. So kung may katanungan po kayo, yes. Kapag may katanungan po, magtanong lang kayo, ha?
Yeah, get them ready for later. The coaches Jim and Toni will join us again after this break. See you in a while.
If you can do it, move your body and be healthy. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Fit Heart Minute, you can do it. Move your body and be healthy. Whoa, whoa. May 1 minute ka ba? Mag-Fit Heart Minute ka na. 1 minute lang bawat oras, puso mo'y lalakas. 1 minute lang bawat oras, puso mo'y lalakas. 1 minute lang bawat oras, puso mo'y lalakas. Kayang-kayang gawin, puso ay palakasin. 1 minute lang bawat oras, puso mo'y lalakas. 1 minute lang bawat oras, puso mo'y lalakas. Fit Heart Minute, you can do it. Move your body and be healthy. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Fit Heart Minute, you can do it. Move your body and be healthy. Whoa, whoa. May 1 minute ka ba? Mag-Fit Heart Minute ka na.
And we're back.
Yes. And this is brought to you by, of course, Philippine Heart Association through an advocacy grant by Otsuka. Doc Don, tatawagin na natin back. Yes, ang ating mga guests for panel discussion. But before that, parati tayo kasi may survey, di ba? So this time, we surveyed 134 random na UPP natin, no? And we asked them the following question. So out of 134 responders, yung mga edad nila between 27 to 60 years old. May kita mo sa graph, karamihan sa kanila between 40 to 55 years old, no? At karamihan sa kanila, babae, 58%. Sabi, 10% lang yung may sakit sa puso o cardiovascular risk factors. 90% wala raw sakit. Well, ang tingin nila, wala silang sakit, no? Tinanong natin sila. Una nating tanong. Next slide. Parang survey says to eh. Kasi yung last month, no, magpapabakuna ka ba laban sa COVID-19? Last month kasi 49% lang yung gusto magpabakuna tapos 51% hindi, no. So tinanong natin sila this time, 62% nakapagbakuna na, no. Maybe first, second doses o kaya nagpalista na sa mga LGU. Good job,
Willing
no?
na.
Willing na. Pero
This
meron pa
awareness
rin
is
tayo.
improving.
No? Meron pa rin tayong 31% na nag-iisip pa at may 7% hindi daw. Siguro kailangan pa nating makumbinse, no? At ito pa, tinanong din natin sila. Kasi ang pinag-uusapan natin ngayon, no, physical activity. Next slide. Ikaw ba ay nag-exercise? Di ko lang masabi kung representative to ng buong Pilipinas, no? Pero dun sa 134, 68% daw nakakapag-exercise. Kasi sabi natin sa 50 to 100, 1 hour of exercise per day. Well, sabi nila,
hindi ako naniniwala dyan.
Nakakapag-exercise daw 1 hour per day. Siguro yung konsepto ng exercise, pag-uusapan natin dito, no? Meron naman, 30% oo, pero hindi regular. Pwedeng hindi araw-araw, hindi isang oras, pero may 2% na hindi nag-exercise, no? Pag-usapan natin to. Can we call back our guests, no? Ang ating past presidents. Dr. Nannette Rey.
Ay, si Ate Nannette, ang singer natin.
Yes.
Doing Pilates. Welcome back.
Hello.
Kasama na natin sila. Hello, Dr. Raul Lapitan.
Dr. Raul Lapitan and of course ang celebrity couple
Our
natin.
coaches, Jim and Toni Saret.
Yes, and before we fire the first question, babati lang muna natin ang taga PNP Dance and Fitness Team. So, hi daw and thank you for watching. I hope patuloy kayong sumubaybay and keep on dancing and keep on getting fit.
Yes. Comment po tayo sa survey. Naniniwala ba kayo doon? 68% ha, nakakapag-exercise isang oras kada araw.
Ako hindi.
Pwede naman siguro, no? Kasi 130, yun yung sample mo, 130.
134 lang naman, 134.
Although the 134 might not be a good sample. But I would take their word for it. And I'm happy for that, no?
Congrats.
Congratulations. Tuloy lang natin.
Pero kung ang konsepto yung incorporating it in your daily activity, kagaya ng pinakita ng coaches at ating past presidents, kayang gawin, di ba?
Ako, are we going now to for the Q&A? Kasi ako kanina gusto ko pang itanong kay Dr. Nannette, no? Dr. Nannette, ang buhay talaga niyan is nasa social media. Hindi naman niya kinakahiya. Sabi nga dami nagbabash kasi hindi naman lingid na medyo malaki si Ate Nannette, right? And she's always been an advocate of fitness. Ang tanong ko kay Dr. Nannette, alam ko naman ang sagot, but gusto ko manggaling sa iyong bibig, na kahit ba kapag exercise ka ng exercise, pero mahirap talaga pumayat. Marami talagang tao ang hindi pumapayat, di ba? Maraming rason yan, pwedeng genetics or Kahit hindi ka pa pumapayat, meron pa bang benepisyo na makukuha sa pag-exercise? Kasi minsan, yung ibang tao frustrated na exercise, hindi naman ako nababawasan ng timbang. Eto ba, maipapayo mo pa ba na, sige, push mo lang yan.
Kasi if you look at it, Don and Luigi, di ba? And I'm sure si Dr. Raul and even the coaches will agree with me. When you do exercise, there can be a lot of metabolic benefits from it. Even if you do not lose the weight, somehow there's correction of your cholesterol, there's correction of your sugar. But of course, very important part of it is also watching what you're going to be eating, 'di ba? Kung ang talagang target mo is to lose a lot of weight, then you really have to control your food intake. Okay? Kaya importante 'yon kasi kung weight loss talaga ang target mo. If what you want naman is more of getting into your goal in terms of the metabolic profile that you have, then you can just focus on the exercise itself. Pero hindi mo kasi pwede sabihin na iiwan mo yung isa eh. Kailangan kasama pa rin yun. No? It's always part of the package that when you're exercising, you also have to observe what you're eating. Siguro ang difference na lang is whether you're really aiming for weight loss as a primary goal or not. Because if weight loss is really your primary goal, then apart from the exercise, then you should also be very, very serious when it comes to the dieting part. Okay.
Right.
But if you are exercising well and somehow observing what you're also eating without necessarily dieting too much, it will follow. You will lose some weight over time. May not be as fast as how, let's say, for example, General Sinas did it, no, in a matter of 8 months, ang laki-laki, 72 pounds agad yung nawala sa kanya. No, that's very big weight loss because he really observed how he was eating. Pero if you're exercising regularly, mobilizing your big muscles, particularly yung mga hita mo, no, because these are the ones that are really very big muscles that will continue
these
to
are the
burn.
muscles that will really consume a lot.
Yes,
and
it will
burn a lot.
consume. Yes, it will burn a lot of calories. If you do that and you somehow monitor your food intake and control it a little bit, and of course, napaka-importante yung sinabi ni Coach Jim, no? Don't snack at night. Don't snack at night.
Panood na lang.
Oh, manood ka na lang, magtubig ka na lang. You know, when you do that, somehow you will also lose weight slowly. But the thing is, no, when you start seeing the weight loss, it becomes a motivation for you to continue it, you know, and even try to lose a little bit more. But, you know, it has to be, it is a recognizable fact na hindi talaga ganon kadali to embark on a fitness regimen. You will have periods where tatamarin ka, you will have periods na parang naisip mo sobrang busy, wala na akong time mag-exercise. But the important thing is, you can always start again if you fail, and as much as possible sana when you start again, you continue it. You know, I had the same problem before because last year, I underwent an operation. Right after the operation, parang a few weeks after that, I had frozen shoulder. As in talagang hindi ako makakilos. And then the gyms were closed, you know. Prior to the pre-pandemic times nung magkakasama kami ni na Coach Jim, nagbe-burpees pa ako noon. Pero eventually, you know, my knees were giving up.
Bumigay.
Kasi bumigay yung knee ko kasi hindi naman ako ganun kabata na, di ba? So bumigay yung knee ko.
Ay,
So,
wala akong sinabing ganun ha, ate ha, wala.
bata pa ako pero hindi ako ganun kabata. So I had problem with the knee. There was constant pain on my knee. I can't do the regular squats anymore. I can't do the very fast movements because it tends to really hurt a lot. Ganun yung nangyayari. So, and then the pandemic came. So for a while, I became sedentary again. No? Kasi talagang wala eh. Meron kang pain. Hindi ko mailiko yung arm ko. Yeah, I can't even tie my hair. Hindi ko talaga siya kayang gawin. So yung left arm ko is hanggang dito lang talaga siya. And then I can't do anything else. But over time, siguro it was late 2020 when through a friend, I found another fitness regimen, which is the Pilates. And somehow it became rehabilitation for me also. No, na unti-unti, I'm almost back to normal now in terms of movement of my shoulders. My knees are still hurting. My right knee is still hurting, but I'm able to do exercises now, except that the exercises I'm doing now are a little bit more friendly when it comes to the joint. Initially, sabi ko, ba't ganun? Hindi ako nag-lose ng weight. But all of a sudden, parang in a matter of 2 months, I lost 10 kilos. No, without really dieting, you know, without really consciously dieting, no? Parang 10 kilo agad, bigla-bigla sa loob ng 2 buwan. Na even I myself was shocked because I wasn't weighing for a while. I wasn't weighing kasi sabi ko, hindi naman ako pumapayat. Ano ba to?
Yung mga moments na, ay, ano ba to?
Oo,
Ganyan.
until finally I was no
May routine na kasi.
may
May
routine na,
disiplina.
oo. And then, I do 1 hour of Pilates twice a week. And then, in between that, I do the pocket exercises. No, kahit saglit na movements lang, just to keep myself active somehow. And I'm happy with the results. No, sabi ko nga, when parang my pinakapayat before was when I was inducted as president of PHA. So yun yung parang pinakapayat ako, but I haven't reached that point yet. Siguro mga 2-3 kilos heavier pa ako, but I actually look smaller than when I was inducted as PHA president. Probably because I'm developing more muscles.
Yeah, tanong ko lang, Dr. Nannette, of course, you've been through this one, and a little personal lang about you. Of course, you have your blood chem and all.
Yeah.
And I'm sure, controlled sila ngayon lahat.
Yes. And, one thing na napansin ko, which is, I didn't know that before, di ba? Kasi like, I'm diabetic also. Pag diabetic ka, di ba, sometimes you have all these discolorations sa legs, di ba? Nagkakaroon yan no? Nagkakaroon ka ng mga discolorations. And it's because of vascular problems that are associated with diabetes itself. What surprised me was that all of these discolorations are gone. All of these discolorations are gone. The circulation is much better. The BP is much better. The skin is much clearer. And you look younger.
Pang Miss Universe na. So in
Meron
short,
ka,
Dr.
pang Miss
Nannette, exercise can really contribute a lot to good health, right?
Yes, it can be
So hindi
very
lang naman sa
helpful.
weight, but then again with all the things,
Yes.
I mean mental health, yung kalooban mo, right?
You're happier. You're
Yeah, you're
happier
happy
also. Diba, Coach Toni?
Yeah,
We actually want to commend Dr. Nannette because during her term, she's lost 65 pounds, right, Dr.?
Yes.
And it's been a work in progress. Tsaka, Doc, despite all the curveballs, the temporary setbacks, Dr. has still been ongoing with her fitness journey. Despite the injuries, despite the pending operation, her knee, her frozen shoulder. I mean, kusa pa rin yung pocket workouts, tsaka yung adding something that would actually work for her, like her rehabilitative Pilates hours. But for me, Doc, it's building the habit and the sustainability of that lifestyle. Kasi iisipin mo, ay, pag natapos na yung term ko, okay na ako, diba? Then you revert back to your lifestyle. But that's giving proof that you actually health is wealth. And that's the only thing you can be proud of right now. So, congratulations, Dr. Nannette.
Hindi natatapos ang laban.
Thank you, Coach.
Ang laban ay hindi yung pagdapa, pero yung pagbangon. Yes,
Yung
Dr. Lapitan.
pagbangon.
Yung pagbangon, importante. Pang miss you ang sagot.
I couldn't agree more with Dr. Nannette, no? See, with exercise physiology kasi, you burn your calories, but if you're doing your exercise continuously, you make your muscle mass a little bit heavier, no?
Yeah.
Because of the muscle hypertrophy. That's true, no? There's such a thing as a saturation point with exercise. But don't forget, losing weight is not only addressed by exercise. Diet also can address that, no?
Correct.
Say, if you constantly eating this and then you're doing this exercise, syempre ito lang yung nababurn mo. But if you try to monitor your calorie intake per day and you try to taper it down to an acceptable level, maybe that's another extra loss as far as the weight is concerned, no? So ganun nangyayari, papansin mo, bakit ganun exercise ako ng exercise? Bumibigat pa ako because of the muscle mass, no? But don't forget again, yung diet natin, huwag nating kalimutan. Huwag na tayo mag-chips pag nanonood ng Netflix.
Yeah.
Alright, so usapan natin ay
Saka diba, Don, minsan kasi, nakakalungkot din yun eh. Ang tagal-tagal mo nag-e-exercise, tapos kinain mo lang ulit lahat yung na-burn mo.
Sa isang iglap lang, di ba?
Sa isang iglap,
Correct.
parang wala pang isang platitong food yung kinain mo, pero nabalik mo na lahat.
Pinaghirapan mo ng matagal,
Yung
nakuha mo ng
calories na na-burn
isang
mo.
biglaan. Okay, sumasarap ang ating usapan. Siguro,
Oo nga. Marami pa tayong gustong itanong no? Pero ganitong gawin natin. Merong maraming magtatanong, tatawagin natin siya, pero bawal magtanong kung hindi magpa-participate sa surprise nila Coach Jim and Toni. Okay ba yung rule
correct.
natin?
Kita nyo ako. Nag-change outfit
Yes.
na ako, Okay.
Pero tawagin muna natin ang ating Media Relations Officer, Miss Gina Gagolonia.
Batang-batang si Miss Gage.
Yes.
Hello. This is a sort of a reunion. Kailangan lahat tayo, di ba? Pagkakasama sa mga out-of-town trips, CPR,
CPR Wilson Wings and
Correct.
Nakakamiss talaga.
The caravans.
Gastronomic trip on the side.
Tayo magkakasama, ma'am.
Yes.
Alam ko, Ma'am Gage, maraming magtatanong, no? Marami ka nang nasa listahan. Pero may rule tayo for today. Bago magtanong, kailangan, can we see all your cameras? Tama ba? Dahil ready na ang ating...
Pakita ko lang, I'm already in my exercise, naka-shorts ako, Nakita ko na, Okay, t-shirt lang yan.
With their cameras all open.
Mga doktor natin, ready na.
Paano pag nakapambahay shorts ka?
Dapat
walang pakialamanan. It's the new normal.
Yan po si Doc Rodney, naka-Balenciaga na sneakers.
Kami na Erica nakadress but we're wearing sneakers.
Tama yan, kasi exercise in the workplace, di ba?
Direct, can you share all the others? Pwede ba yun? Pwede ba natin pakita yung iba? Kaya ba makita sa gallery? Di ba? Nakikita ko kayo sa Zoom. Ayan, okay. Those who are here po, paki-open po yung camera. Kung hindi po matatanong ni Ma'am Gage ang question nyo. Okay, are we ready, Coach Jim and Toni?
Yes! Ready na po ba ang lahat? Tara na po, wag mahiya. Buksan na po ang ating mga Zoom rooms at mag-iinat-inat at gagalaw-galaw tayo. Tama ba mga docs?
Yes!
Asan si Doc Rodney? Doc Rodney!
Ito na ba yun? Ito na ba yung oras na yun?
Okay.
Galaw-galaw muna.
Galaw-galaw muna.
Galaw-galaw muna.
Bago Q&A.
Question muna.
Q&A muna bago galaw-galaw.
Sige, Doc, Q&A muna. Baka wala nang
Q&A,
Wala na magtanong.
Wala na magtanong. Alright, so shoot, Ma'am Gage.
Okay. The first question is from Rod Pineda of PTV4. Para sa mga journalists talaga, yung sinasabi niyo, doctors, na tatayo every hour, parang it's impossible. Ang tawag na luxury of time. So, ano pa daw yung pwedeng mangyari pag hindi mo masusunod yung every hour? Or kung if you can manage to do it every 2 hours, pwede bang 2 4-minute exercises or 2 FHM, Fit Heart Minute? Is that okay?
Pwede.
Pwede.
Yeah.
Pwede yun.
Go, Coach Jim and
Thank
Toni.
you.
So, para po dun sa sagot nun, walang time tumayo. Ang ituturo po namin actually, chair workout. Mag-exercise tayo na nakaupo para wala nang excuse na hindi tayo makatayo.
Pang-kontra sa sitting is the new smoking.
Yes.
Swak na dun yung Sneakers Friday na walk the talk, tsaka yung Fit Heart Minute, di ba? Na nakaupo. Kaya lahat na po lang ng katanungan yung masasagot natin sa surprise exercise natin. Right, Docs?
Yes. Dr. Lapitan wants to share something. Dr. Raul?
Yes.
Regarding the question. Yes.
There was a question earlier, no, yung third issue about yung may heart failure, assuming may sakit.
Yeah.
But this time, not necessarily may sakit. So kung wala kang time to stand up or to do the Fit Heart Minute every hour, tama, I agree, no? Merong mga sitting or chair exercise na pwede natin gawin. So mind you, yung ginagawa natin kasi continuously, meron din saturation point eh. Minsan you really have to create a break, no? Sometimes you have to look farther to relax, let's say yung muscle ng eyes, yung muscle ng neck, no? Things like that. So that's already a form of exercise kahit nasa chair tayo. You do your, parang kung meron kang cup, no? You can raise your cup 10 times. So that's already a form of exercise, no?
Yes,
and
Doc.
you can even raise your legs alternately.
Or Doc, ito Doc, di ba?
Exercise.
Yeah, saka di ba Raul, when you do exercise, kahit konting-konti lang yan, your creative juices will start flowing. Mas marami ka pang, yes, because of the endorphins. And you will have more ideas coming in. Kesa yung nabablock ka kasi pagod na pagod ka na.
All right.
Doc,
Next question. Yes.
Can we add something?
Coach Toni, yes.
Question kanina kay Doktora, alam niyo po, hindi naman po ibig sabihin na skinny ka, healthy ka. At kung malaki ka, unhealthy ka. Kasi meron po kaming mga students na chubby, pero healthy. Tapos yung mga payat naman po, yung skinny on the outside, but fat in the inside, madaming visceral fat na nakabilot po sa ating mga organs. Mas unhealthy po sila, ang tataas ng nila, BMI. So,
that's right.
Correct.
Yung question po kanina kung ano ba dapat, kailangan ba pag nag-embark ka na fitness journey, kailangan mong pumayat? Depende sa goal mo. Like sabi nga ng mga doctors natin, what is your goal? Are you training for competition to peak for performance? Are you doing a detoxification diet kung meron kayong autoimmune disorder? Or are you trying to lose the weight? So, lahat po yan, palaging intermarried ang nutrition and exercise. So, ang kasagutan, meron po palaging tailor-fitted answer to the kind of exercise you're supposed to be doing and the kind of dieting or nutrition that is tailor-fitted per person. So, yun, Doc. Yun lang.
Thank you. Ma'am Gage.
Yeah, may follow-up question pa si Rod Pineda of BTV4. He works from home daw most of the time. So ano pa yung ibang tips na dapat niyang gawin when he's home? Tapos, at saka ano pa yung ibang mga mangyayari sa mga taong sedentary ang lifestyle? Ano pa yung ibang sakit na pwede mong makuha? Yun yung dalawang questions niya pa.
Okay, probably si Dr. Raul can answer that. Ano ba yung mga kondisyon kapag ikaw ay couch potato, sedentary, hindi ka na gumagalaw, ano yung pwedeng mangyari sa'yo?
Yun ang problema natin ngayon, no? Work from home or say, yung series of quarantines, talagang sedentary lifestyle is a big challenge, no? When it comes to physical activity. So you have to really make the best out of it. So as I've said earlier, the safest place so far, no? Yung talagang yung bahay mo kasi you think it's free of any infection kasi wala ka namang kasama. And that's exactly where you're going to do your exercise. And because of limited spaces, no, you have to try to be innovative as to the body movements, no? You have to walk in place, pwede yan, no? You have to paikot-ikot ka lang, that's another one. Yung sinasabi ko, kung medyo after 1 hour of writing or thinking, maybe take a break and then stretch your legs and arms, no? And don't forget, no, part of healthy lifestyle, aside from doing your exercise, is to avoid yung mga kung pwede lang magluto ka ng sarili mong food, no, para at least alam mo yung content ng food na kinakain mo instead of all these deliveries na relatively higher in fats and calories na of course nandun yung yung inconvenience ng pagluluto kasi it's part of your time, but unknowingly yung pagluluto mo, you move around, no, that's another form of exercise. You consider that already as a form of exercise. So you don't know those small things, no, but actually it's doing you good, no.
That's right. Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Chef Raul. Chef
You're welcome.
And then siguro parang I think one of the things we'd like to add also apart from that, exercise is not just limited to the young and the healthy. Even if you're frail, di ba? Kahit nga may heart failure even if you are elderly, there are still exercises that you can do. And in fact, if you are in this subset of people, the frail, the sick, mas kailangan nga na meron din silang form of exercise because it will help their heart recover, lalo na kung heart failure sila. It's really just a matter of knowing what type of exercise you should be doing.
Everybody deserves an exercise. You just need to consult your doctor kung anong klaseng exercise ang pwede sa inyo.
If I may answer the second follow-up question, Luigi and
yes,
Don,
sure. Regarding the complications of a sedentary lifestyle.
Of course, being sedentary, nandiyan you increase your body weight, no? Say if your blood pressure is adequately controlled, and then suddenly you stayed, just sitting or just lying in bed, your blood pressure response might be different, no? Because everything is parang it's a cascade of events, no? Blood pressure, even your blood sugar might go erratic, no? And if you're not diabetic, but if you gained weight, that's a substrate for becoming a diabetic in the future, no? Ang problema kasi sa diabetes ngayon, you don't have to have a family history. All you have to do is to increase your body mass index, and that's everything. So that exposure to So one way to monitor din dyan yung heart rate natin, no? Minsan yung heart rate natin, there are a lot of studies focusing on heart rate. Kung ang heart rate mo daw is becoming more than 80 without doing anything, no? That's an independent predictor of cardiovascular in the future. So Dr. Luigi is an electrophysiologist and Nannette as well. And they can attest that the heart rate is really a big issue as far as developing future cardiovascular disease, especially kung bata ka pa, no? Kasi merong mga 10-year study showing na pag ang heart rate mo pala more than 80, no, to start with.
Mas mataas yung chances mo magkaroon ng sakit sa puso.
Yes.
And your lifespan becomes shorter.
So, dapat mas mabagal yung heart rate.
Yes, and exercise can help lower down the heart rate.
Yes.
Right, kaya galaw-galaw.
Yung resting heart rate mo, syempre during the exercise, bibilis siya. Ganun naman talaga
and I hope being at home, that gives you parang a license to smoke. It's a no-no. No? That even worsen the scenario. It's a no-no. Avoid
benefit ng smoking.
Yung nasabi natin yung sugary drinks, no?
Yes.
Things like that. Mag-ano ka na lang, what do you call that? Infused water. You put
lagyan mo ng lemon para may flavor, para hindi mo ma-miss masyado yung tamis na lasa ng mga sodas.
Sabi kasi natin, zero sugar drinks sa 50 to 100, di ba? You have more questions, Miss Gagano.
If I may add lang, kasi if I may add lang dun sagot ni Dr. Yung sitting is the new smoking. Reasons for that statement is that kapag tumigil ka sa pagkakagalaw, nakaupo ka na lang, yung the enzymes that break down the fats, nagda-drop. So, yung cholesterol mo pwedeng tumaas. And also, yung insulin activity mo. Yung insulin, yun yung nag-breakdown ng sugar o kaya nag-metabolize ng sugar. Pag may problema ka sa insulin, you have more tendency to become diabetic. Nagda-drop din yung activity niya. So, you have higher chances of becoming diabetic if you just sit down. And of course, you get bigger, fatter, and being, on the heavy side can predispose you to a lot of things. And of course, your circulation, bumabagal. So, we don't want a very slow, a sluggish circulation that can promote yung mga pagkaklat ng dugo, di ba? Yung mga pagbabara ng ugat sa paa and elsewhere. So, being sedentary really brings a lot of complications that you don't want to happen with you guys. Yes, Ma'am Gage. Dagdag ko lang yun.
Yeah, this is from Erwin Corpus, a columnist of Police Files Tonight. 4 months shy of 60 years old daw siya. Ang tanong niya, twice a week he goes to the market, nag-walk lang siya ng 2 kilometers, back and forth 4 kilometers. So is that enough daw na exercise para i-cover yung kakulangan niya sa mga sa weekdays? Kasi weekend siya namamalengke eh.
So weekend warrior siya.
If the question is related to physically fit, yes, that's a good activity na. But if you can increase it some more, that's a better approach. But again, at the end of the day, you have to address it holistically. Baka naman siyempre, try to avoid fatty foods, no? Hindi ka naman mahilig kumain ng mga barbecue na may taba, no? Things like that.
Parang pinaparinggan ako,
Doc Roll, di ba may recommendation length of exercise in a day, yung moderate exercise, brisk walking.
30 minutes. 30 minutes a day of moderate brisk walking. That's about 5 days a week. So if you're going to have it parang high intensity, I think 75 minutes high intensity is a good.
Makakalahati.
Yeah.
Kunwari, kapag high intensity, yung more intense than just brisk walking, yung 30 minutes mo magiging 15. But the secret is do it regularly.
Yes.
Hindi yung paminsan-minsan lang. It has to be consistent. Kaya in a week ang bilangan natin. 150 minutes of moderate exercise or brisk walking in a week. Spread out mo yan throughout the week, or kapag mas intense, maybe 75 minutes. 70, ang hina ko sa math, hahatiin mo lang yung 150.
It all adds up. Are there more questions, Ma'am Gage?
Yes, one more and then it's Annabelle's turn. This is from Archie Balmes, the Daily Tribune.
Mr. Balmes.
This is somehow correlated to the event stream for this day, so I want to take this chance. I have a friend who has a heart condition in which has device implanted in her chest to regulate her heartbeat. She's somehow skeptical. She's somehow skeptical and indecisive about the vaccines, specifically with the vaccine. I think. Can I mention the pharma companies? Is it okay, doctors?
Sure, there's no problem.
Okay, I think AstraZeneca with blood clot is a side effect. Is it safe for people like her to get vaccinated? What can you advise?
Raul or
I can answer that. Go ahead and avail of that vaccine. So yung having a pacemaker, I think it's a pacemaker, no? Controlling.
Yeah.
We were discussing it with the chair of the COVID heart team, Dr. Luigi. Having a pacemaker is not an absolute contraindication, neither a relative contraindication for COVID vaccination. Go ahead. The risk of developing blood clot seemingly very small, very rare, compared with the overwhelming benefits of protecting you. Sabi ko nga, mas matakot tayo sa COVID-19 infection rather than those very rare complications.
All right, just go ahead and get the jab.
Yeah.
I got Astra.
Yes, Coach. Yes, Coach Jim.
So speaking of vaccination, we just wanted to add, kasi we're talking about exercise, talking about vaccination. We just came across two researches. One says that, and this is just March 2021, one research showed that people who are overweight to obese, their vaccination...
And the efficacy of their vaccination decreases.
If you're overweight to obese.
So the antidote is to actually
Now, the other study showed that people who exercise after vaccination nag-i-increase naman yung kanilang antibodies
by 50%.
By 50%. So
with exercise.
These are very interesting facts that are related to exercise. So talagang there's more reason for us to stay fit and to actually exercise.
Actually, that is based on the normal thing that happens, that if you exercise, you increase the production of your antibodies.
Okay.
Correct.
Nice.
We have one last question, Ma'am Gage.
From Bel Sorara, actually we have more, Doc.
Sasagutin na lang natin sa Facebook yan.
Oh, okay. Bel.
Miss Bell, mag-exercise tayo. Naka-mute ka, Miss Annabelle.
Ayaw akong bigyan kanina ng mic. Thank you. Meron na po. Good afternoon
Go ahead.
Hello, good afternoon.
Apo, first question po kay Coach and kay Coach Jim and Toni. Mga Coach, sa panahon ngayon kasi, di ba, nag-iingat kumain. Kasi pagka hindi natuna, or malabis, halimbawa yung carbs, ang hirap sunugin kasi hindi nakakapag-exercise. So, ang tendency po, lalo na po sa mga nasa larangan ng media, nakaupo, di po ba maghapon, nakaharap sa computer, sa laptop, gagawa ng storya, ang kinakain na lang, for example, yung friend ko, water in the morning, then a cup of coffee, then pag hindi na mamalayang kasi yung oras, fruits na lang, mansanas, di na mamalayan oras, hapon na, pinya na lang, tapos dinner na pala, hindi pa rin namamalayan, ang nakain lang ay papaya. So sa buong maghapon, kung ika-count mo, yun lang yung kinain niya, pero mataba pa rin. Nagtataka ba't ganon? Tapos, and here naman yung isa, yung kanyang, dahil work from home, yung kanyang meal, sa umaga, water, coffee, tas oatmeal, pagdating ng tanghali, fruits lang, walang kanin, and vegetables lang, fish, walang kanin. Pagdating ng gabi, hindi na halos kumakain. Ang tanong doon po, pwede daw po ba na, kasi hindi nga nakakapag-exercise, may tendency pa daw po ba na humina yung resistance kapag ganun po yung root ng kanyang lifestyle, o yung kanyang lifestyle ay ganun sa araw-araw, yung bawas yung pagkain, tapos hindi nakakapag-exercise, tapos nagagawa ng balita, syempre, utak niya, nag-exert ng effort. So, anong reaction mo po doon, Coach Jim and Toni? Pero hindi po mahilig manood ng Netflix. Natutulog lang.
Ma'am Annabel, hindi ikaw yan ha. Hindi ikaw yan ha. Kasi lahat na lang sinasabi ng nagtatanong sa atin, may kaibigan.
Asking for a friend.
Halimbawa po ako. Halimbawa. Pero hindi ako.
Umamin ka rin.
May kaibigan po.
Yes, Coach Toni and Coach Jim.
Perfect. So, Mama Annabel, thank you for the question. Alam niyo po, hindi lang kayo ang nasa ganyang sitwasyon, but we do understand ang media, talagang yung schedule nyo, kakaiba po yan diba?
Round the clock.
Yes, when we were with the Philippine Olympic Committee, pag nasa SEA Games kami, nakikita namin kasabay ng media, talagang yung schedule, sabog-sabog Wala nang time mag-breakfast, wala nang time mag-lunch. So what happens is, we end up eating or snacking on high-calorie food kasi nagugutom tayo, hindi po ba usually matamis, mataas sa carbs, para lang mabusog tayo ng konti. So the best way po to go about this is, there's really no way na meron tayong quick fix. Ang marirecommend po namin dyan, and same situation po with the PNP, yung mga kapulisan natin, na almost same situation, walang time talagang maging healthy, ang sinasabi talaga namin, kailangan mag-planning. If you want to be healthy po, we have to do some form of planning. Kasi po kung hahayaan lang natin yung normal schedule natin mangyari, how overwhelmed talaga tayo. Hindi natin talaga, matatalo tayo. So when we say planning po, what Coach Yang recommend is actually, let's just get the first 4 minutes of your morning. Yun lang po yung nire-recommend namin. The first 4 minutes ng umaga, let's set that as a me time para sa inyo. So if you wake up at 6 or 5, wake up 4 minutes earlier. Okay? Tapos sa me time na yun po, one of the things we'd like for you to do is number 1, the first 1 minute is to just be quiet and just do some form of meditation or breathing exercise. Bakit po namin nire-recommend yan? At ano connection ito sa exercise, sa fitness, sa weight loss? Well, we have to start with mental health. Kasi po kayo nasa media na talagang isip ng isip, di ba kung ano mga kailangan natin parating gawin, mga deadlines. You have to start with mental health. So 1 minute of just deep breathing, pikit nyo lang po mata nyo, we call it centering or sinesenter nyo yung sarili nyo. So breathe lang po kayo ng 1 minuto to relax your body. The second minute we recommend to people is you can
you need that stillness and quiet po to lower your cortisol levels. Kasi first thing in the morning, all you do is reach out for your phone. We haven't even thanked the Lord. Lord, thank you, nagising po ako. Nakakaligtaan po natin yung titignan natin yung deadline, hindi ko pa nagagawa. So natataranta na po tayo. Pagkagising pa lang, di ba? Cortisol level po natin, napakataas. And that spikes your insulin, like Doc Don was saying, your ability to burn fat. So that said, you need a little centering, at least 1 minute of stillness and quiet. So, pagkatapos nun, anong gagawin natin?
The next thing po is we want you to do 1 minute of just drinking fiber. Okay? Yung fiber po na binanggit namin kanina, mura lang po yan. Sobrang mura.
Kung hindi po kasi tayo makapaggulay palagi, di ba? We can't have 7 cups of roughage or vegetable every day. So maybe the way to do it for the 35 grams needed every day is yung psyllium na hinahalo po sa tubig. It's called
fiber.
Psyllium husk, any form of fiber. Then you drink it po with water because you want to keep hydrated and you want to clean the gut biome because yan po yung that's the root cause of our immune system. So yan po kailangan malinis, gusto yung at matiwasay ang ating ang bacteria and the gut flora and fauna. First thing in the morning.
May connection po ang healthy gut sa immune system natin. Pag hindi healthy yung gut natin, yung immune system natin affected. Since yung kinakain po natin Ano mga BJs, puro high calorie,
Maalat,
high
chichirya,
carbohydrates.
junk food,
Pero
matamis.
sa nutrition konti siya, maganda po na gawin nating healthy yung gut natin para ma-boost yung immune system. Drinking a glass of fiber.
That's prebiotic, gulay
Yes
po yun.
Magkano ba yun? Mga 10 pesos lang yata yan.
Oo.
So yun po. So that's the second thing we want to do first thing in the morning. Take control of your body. The third thing is we actually, guys, sinabi namin kanina po, do kahit 1 minute exercise.
1 minute lang.
1 minute lang po. Mag-stretch kayo, mag-pilates, anything po. And why are we doing
Kahit
this?
nakaupo, di
We're
ba?
trying to shock your body into releasing endorphins. Hindi po ba?
Happy hormones.
We're improving circulation. Kasi po, if we do this, ang nangyayari po niyan, we're changing your pattern of behavior sa isang araw. So pag binago po natin yung morning natin, there's a big chance you will be more conscious of your health the rest of the day. Kasa po sa pagising pa lang, cellphone kagad, tingin kagad sa news, di ba yun naman ang ginagawa niyo po, di ba? If you do that, then do not expect na may magbabago po sa araw natin.
Yes.
But if you change your morning every day, we create these healthy habits, there's a bigger chance po that you will be more successful in becoming healthier. But of course, malayong process pa po yan, diba? We have to eat better, we have to sleep better, which of course are bigger problems. And this is a long answer, pero ang quick answer lang po namin is, let's start with baby steps. Ang baby steps po natin, win the day, win the first few minutes in the morning, that will set the tone po for the rest of the day.
Siguro po consistent eating, healthy habits that are sustainable. Kaysa sa yung erratic eating po na akala natin, uy, nakaligtaan kong kumain, uy, nag-starve ako nun. I mean, starvation is also a wrong form. I mean, we shouldn't be starving. But at the same time, ang dami po kasing protocols ng fasting. At ibang usapan naman po yun at ibang talakayan. So, wag po muna natin ipasok yun, di ba? So, I think for us, what your friend is doing is she's forgetting to eat, and erratically, that's offsetting her patterns, and maybe she might binge eat because she forgets to eat, and then she wonders why she's not losing weight, and what time does she eat, kasi meron pong oras din ng pagkain talaga na tama where the body is efficient to burn the calories eaten, diba? Kung magbe-binge ka ng gabi, madaling araw, you're just gonna store it as fat. So marami pong oras, may protocols din po yan, at akmang-akma po siya sa circadian rhythm po natin.
Mas Annabelle, yung last po na isa-suggest lang po namin, again sa morning po ito nagsisimula, is you have to prepare your meal for the rest of the day.
Correct.
Ang suggestion po namin, kasi again, mahaba talaga yung sagot dito, is consume at least 50% or 40% ng kakain nyo dahil dapat 40% is healthy. Healthy po, may gulay, di ba healthy
Proteins like
correct po.
Macro, micro, vitamins, nutrients,
Try
minerals.
to go for 40%. Kasi ang nangyayari po sa media, 100% na kinakain nyo po, high calorie, low nutrition.
Fast food.
Correct, puro fast food. Pero if we can plan 40%, let's start with 40% po, then that will lead to, later on, magiging 50 siya, then magiging 60 siya. Pero at least 40% po sana ng pagkain natin.
Nutrient dense, yung masagana sa protina, masagana sa vitamina, protina, macro and micronutrients, and calorie sparse, yung salat po sa sugar, sa lahat po ng masasama at calories. Tandaan po yan tulad ng gulay, steamed fish. Kung makabaon ka na ma'am sa umaga, matakal mo na yon. Pwede mo namang kainin pag nagutom ka. Hindi ibig sabihin kakain ka the whole time, but at least may baon ka na. So when you get hungry, you have something you can reach out for instead of buying something that you see or papangasin mo yung nakita mong chips or kung anong nakahanda or nakahapag po dyan sa harap natin.
And sorry po, dagdag ko lang. Since ang media po, usually you're offered free food po, diba? Buffet or something kapag may event. We recommend po, since the food is there, piliin nyo na po yung healthy.
Correct.
Kasi during the times na walang free, o na walang event, usually fast food po tayo kagad, diba? So the days na may event po tayo, na merong free food na nakaserve po para sa media, make sure to choose po the healthier choices lang.
Okay.
Right. So si Miss Annabelle, alam mo na ang gagawin mo ha, Miss Annabelle.
Thank you. Okay. So I guess we end with a bang. Ready na ba tayo, Coach Jim and Toni and all our guests today?
Kanina pa ako handa eh. Okay.
Wow.
Okay, so we're gonna be sharing po with everyone. Sana po sabayan niyo po kami 1 minute pocket workout. Okay?
Yes.
Okay.
What do we need, Coach? Do we need a chair or just
upuan? Yun na po yun. Upuan lang. Gagawa po tayo tuturuan namin kayo ng exercise na ginawa namin with Jen Sinas na 1 minute lang po.
Upuan lang.
Upuan lang kailangan po
So,
natin.
i-combine po namin yung walk the talk ni Doc Raul, yung walking po, walk, at yung Fit Heart Minute ni Dr. Nannette. Habang nakaupo, para po sa lahat ng demographics to, sa seniors, sa mga kasambahay po natin, lolo, lola, mommy, daddy, pwede rin po with your doctor's blessing sa mga infanticipating or buntis, with the blessing of your doctors, pwede rin po sa mga chikiting, sa mga bata, at sa lahat, Doc, di ba? With your blessing sa mga may hypertension, sa mga diabetic or pre-diabetic, because they should go at their own pace. So, with your doctor's blessings.
Okay, so everybody po, upo po tayo. Tingnan po natin si Coach Toni.
Do you see me?
Yes. Yan. So, basically, upo lang. And again, ang maganda po dito sa chair workouts, i-share namin sa inyo, perfect po siya kahit kanino. Whether baguhan kayo, you're sedentary, may hypertension, may diabetes. Kasi po nakaupo kayo in case you feel dizzy.
May vertigo.
At least nakaupo pa rin kayo. So it's probably one of the safest exercises to start your fitness journey in. So, 1-minute exercise, magandang tuto para ang tatamaan po natin ngayon ang ating heart at saka ang ating lungs panlaban sa COVID.
Correct. So, ang tawag dito cardio, respiratory, immuno, booster workout. Di po ba?
Tama.
At para po sa lahat ito, lola, lolo, kasambahay, tita, tito, baby,
Lahat.
Yes, Doc.
Okay.
Come on, let's get it on.
Everyone, join us. So, sa isang minuto, we're gonna be doing 2 movements, 20 seconds each. Meron tayong 10-second na break. Kita nyo, may break pa tayo, diba?
Wow!
Break
In
pa.
the future, tanggalin natin si break. But for now, may break tayong 10 seconds lang. So, 20 seconds po siya, 2 movements. The first movement,
Yung
watch Coach
favorite
Toni.
ni Doc Raul na walk, maglalakad tayo sa bahay kahit wala po tayong pinupuntahan. Di ba?
So,
yan, posible pong maglakad sa bahay.
We're going to march in place.
Yung 10,000 steps, Doc, di ba?
Yes.
Pwede
And then,
kang maglakad.
Sabayan po natin ng arm swing.
Correct.
Remember, the bigger the movement, the more calories masusunog natin. So, taasan ng legs, taasan ng arm swing. Pag binilisan natin, mas madadagdagan po yung calories burn. But anyway, everyone, kayang-kaya po natin to. We're gonna do this for 20 seconds lang. Now, remember, go at your own pace. Huwag niyo po kami sabayan. Huwag niyo po sabayan ng ating mga gwapong doctors.
Yes.
Kanya-kanya po tayo ng fitness level. So, go at your own pace.
Pero hiyakatin po si Lolo, si Lola, the seniors sa mga bahay na pwedeng mag-workout with your doctor's blessings if they have a hypertension or pre-diabetic or diabetic.
Okay,
And,
stop.
Doc, ako'y hiningal na, ha?
Stop.
Ako'y hiningal.
Okay.
Parang mas mahirap ata akong naglalakad na nakaupo. Okay.
Okay. Ang kapartner niyang workout, kasi diretso po siya, tatakbo naman tayo. So huwag kayo masya-shock. Lahat tayo magja-jogging papuntang Luneta. Kung nasan man po kayo, nasa Davao kayo, sabay-sabay po tayo pupuntang Luneta. Magja-jogging tayo, pero hindi tayo alis ng bahay at hindi natin iiwanan yung upuan. Dito po siya. Hawak po sa gilid ng upuan.
Umangkla po, lever on your chair.
Okay.
Kumapit at tara na po mag-jogging!
And yan po, panunin si Coach Toni. That's it. Very simple po siya.
Para naman po sa mga katulad na fit ni Doc Luigi and Doc Robespierre, abay pwede namang mas mabilis!
Okay, stop! Doc, hindi pa tayo nagsisimula. Mag-start pa lang tayo. Demo lang siya.
Demo pa lang?
That's simple.
Doc Nannette, no pain on your knee, right?
We're gonna go for a full 1 minute.
No pain, no pain.
Great. So 20 seconds tayo, 20 seconds, 10-second break. Everybody ready?
Ready for your Fit Heart
March in
Minute?
place. Everybody march in place. In 3, 2, 1, go!
March in place. Go as fast as you can. If you can, sa abot po ng makakaya. Let's walk the talk. Walk. Ika nga ni Doc Raul.
So since si Doc Luigi fit, bibilisan pa niya yung galaw niya, tsaka lalakyan yung galaw.
Si Doc Heart
Doc
grabe.
Luigi.
Si Doc pabilisin mo.
And stop! Everyone stop! 10-second break. By now, dapat bubilis na yung heart rate natin ng konti. Now, in 5 seconds, we're going to sprint. Everybody hold the chair and go!
Ma'am Gina, okay naman mag-jogging na mabagal.
Yan.
Pero kung katulad mo yung mga docs, let's go!
Parang TikTok lang yung slow-mo sa TikTok.
10 more seconds.
Yan. 10 seconds lang? Isang oras.
And Stop! Everyone, stop!
Ay, kakahingal.
Okay.
Lumagpas na ako, nasa US Embassy na ako.
So, doctors, media, to everyone watching, yan po yung warm-up natin. Okay? So, that's a seated chair workout. So, Doc Luigi, how do you feel right now?
Nice heartbeat and energized. Endorphins are up.
Great.
Ako wala lang.
Doc Raul, kumusta, Doc? How was it? Bitin ba? Okay. So, remember, we're just getting started pa lang. Pocket workout siya. So, dadagdagan natin siya ng isa pang 1-minute workout.
Trivia. Mas mahirap na yung ginagawa nating march in place and jog in place na nakaupo. Why? Because you have to be core activated at binubuhat po natin yung hita natin. Malaking muscle po to, ha? So you're actually firing the core. You have to lift it higher. The technique is to lift higher and faster. Tapos, wag po yung pagpadyak sa sahig. You don't undo the rest on your joints. You want to lift higher, core activate, and go as fast as you can according to your fitness level. Kaya may effort po yan.
Okay. Pocket workout number 2. Okay, so we targeted kanina po the front, the posterior and anterior muscles. Now we're gonna target the sides. 2 exercises, 1 minute. Our first exercise, we're going to do jumping jacks.
Dr. Nannette, ang Fit Heart Minute.
Nakaupo?
Yes, nakaupo. Yeah,
Para
so
sa mga seniors.
we're going sideways. Now again, it looks simple kasi nakaupo, pero if you look at it, binubuhat pa din natin yung legs natin.
Correct.
Which is a big muscle group. Good job,
Wala ako
Dr.
sa
Raul.
kumpas,
Nice. So, pero today, now, magka 30 seconds tayo straight para maramdaman natin yung 1 minute.
Yes.
Now, ang naka-partner niya, we're going to do jump rope. So, Doc Nannette, magja-jump rope tayo. Imagine Doc, gagawin natin siya. Pero nakaupo tayo.
Na hindi masakit sa tuhod. Sa lahat po may sakit sa tuhod, hindi po kayo masasaktan. So, lift those thighs and core activate and go as fast as you can if you can. Diba? For Doc Don and Doc Luigi, compensate with speed and range of motion dahil laman kayo ng gym.
Hindi, labad lang ako ng bahay ko. Hindi ako lumalabas. Stay home.
Okay, Docs. Let's do this. Please join us para maramdaman niyo po siya. 1 minute workout, pocket workout. Ready? 30 seconds. Tuloy-tuloy po siya.
Let's go, Ma'am Gina. Let's go,
Docs,
Erica.
Remember, iba yung may break na 10 seconds. Iba yung diniretso mo yung 1 minute. Diba, Doc Raul? Iba yung effect na diretso siya. So, mas malakas ang effect nung diniretso natin siya kasa sa may 10-second break. So, yun. So, let's go for intensity.
Go at your own pace po. Pero since lahat po kayo ay magagaling, let's challenge yourselves and go full throttle. Again, sa abot po ng makakaya.
In 3, 2, jumping jacks. 1, go! Jumping jacks.
Doc, as fast as you can, Doc. Let's go!
Ang ating dalawang heartthrob hosts are going really fast.
Let's go, handsome
30
hosts.
seconds. Si Ma'am Gage, magja-jumping jacks.
Galaw para di pumalaw!
Slow mo siya, parang sa TikTok.
So,
si Gage parang nag-wheelchair ka.
Get ready to switch and go. Skip rope. Skip rope. Diretso na po tayo sa skip rope.
Mahirap din to,
Yes.
Oo, nakakangalay din sa
Yes, Doc.
Kahita, Tsaka sa hamstrings.
Yes, especially if you go faster, Doc.
Yeah.
Ang bigat pala ng pata ko, Doc.
5 more seconds.
Parang pata team, grabe. Let's go! Let's go, Doc!
And stop. 1 minute sharp.
Nakangiti pa ako, ha?
Oo. Yun lang.
Nakangiti pa ako.
Syempre, doktora, ikaw pa si Muno ng Fit Heart Minute.
Doc Raul, kumusta, Doc Raul? How was it?
Hindi na ako makapagsalita.
Si Miss Gage pa nag-ano ng wheelchair eh. Gage hindi ganyan, para ka nag-wheelchair. Hindi.
So, Doc, the concept ng Fit Heart Minute tsaka yung mga 1 minute workouts
And the walking of Doc.
Yeah, pero actually walking naman siya eh.
Yes.
Ginawa lang namin kakaiba. Is we call it Lego workout ni Coach Toni. Parang Lego. Do 1 minute, pag kaya pa, do another 1 minute, pag kaya pa, do another 1 minute. So until you build it up gradually, so that way we're working out safely. Di ba, Doc? That's basically our goal lang naman dito.
Yes, that's right.
Start safe, then build it up gradually over
Nabitin
time.
yung mga doktor, parang baka gusto mo ng pang Zoom workout, pang antay.
Okay na.
Na braso.
Yes,
Baka gusto
we
niyo pa
have a lot of workouts po, Doc. We'll be very happy to share it sa PHA page po.
Yes, please.
Body to upper body.
2 arms, pang contra kuba, Doc, from all the typing and being humped and hunched over the computer. So, you have a lot of workouts.
Yeah, and very soon we'll also be releasing some Pilates workouts, pocket workouts on Fit Heart Minute.
And
You just pump me up, ha?
And walking workout.
And walking workouts, Doc.
Walking workout.
Kasi mabenta siya
Thank you. Alam ko, marami pang tanong. Marami pa tayong hindi nasagot. But we'll try to answer them all via Facebook. Maybe at this point, let's ask for final messages from everyone.
From our guest panelists. Okay,
Yes.
maybe we start with Dr. Raul.
Hi. First of all, thank you, Luigi and Don, for the invitation. There's no substitute for being healthy, no? Again, we just have to emphasize yung advocacy ng Philippine Heart Association. 50 to 100, no? 5 servings of fruits and vegetables, less than 2 hours of screening or salt, 2 grams of salt to prevent hypertension. No? 1 hour, 60 minutes of exercise. No smoking. That's a no-no, and no sugary drinks. Have a good
That's the message. Woo! Yes, Doktora.
Prepare na po kayo, doctors, for our series of 1-minute workouts. Walking
Sure.
small workouts. Doc, the same group, ha?
Sure.
Dr.
Let's hear
Nannette.
from Dr. Nannette Rey.
Yes.
Naka-recover ka na ba?
Walang
Ay, hindi,
hingal.
wala lang yung kanina.
Walang hingal.
Yun lang.
Sanay. But I just like to say thank you to everyone. Thank you for watching us and looking at the advocacies of the Philippine Heart Association. I think what we really want to make everyone realize is that what we're aiming for is a healthier Filipino nation, healthier Filipino people with less cardiovascular diseases. And the healthy lifestyle is is a very important key to that. Gaya na sabi natin kanina, when you embark on a fitness journey, it is never too late. Whatever physique you have, whether payat ka, mataba ka, mahina ka, malakas ka, whether you're morbidly obese or you're the very weak, there is always an exercise that would be fitted for you. And these exercises will help you get stronger. And then, of course, if what you're aiming for is losing weight, then you have to couple it with healthier diet pa, and really cutting down on your food intake so that you can lose the weight. But more than anything else, I think mas importante din to become metabolically healthy, because if you're metabolically healthy, eating the right kind of food, doing the right kind of exercise, the weight will follow. We promise that. Thank you, everyone.
And our
of
coaches.
Coaches!
Okay, I'll start first. First of all, to all the listeners, thank you, docs, for inviting us. It's always happy to be joining this awesome panel.
Yes.
Para tumatalino kami ni Coach Toni pagkasama namin kayo.
po talaga kami, Doc.
Tumataas yung value namin.
Yes.
So, anyway, sa lahat po na nanonood, even though Coach Toni na our weight loss and exercise specialist po, ang parati po namin sinasabi sa lahat, don't exercise to lose weight. Exercise to be healthy. Yun ang first goal natin. Weight loss is always a bonus. Bonus lang po yan. Once you become healthier, your heart gets stronger, everything becomes healthier in your body, the weight loss will follow. Okay, so tandaan po natin yan. Exercise to be healthier. Don't exercise just to purely lose the weight. Second one, fitness is not a sprint. This is a marathon. Lifelong po to, wala pong katapusan yan. Gaya po si Dr. Nannette, during her term, umataw po kami sa fitness, pero after her term, tuloy-tuloy pa rin po yan. Kasi there's really no end point eh. It's always an ongoing journey. So find the passion, find something that you like. It doesn't have to be this. It could be Pilates, it could be something else. Find something that you like to do, because this is going to be a lifelong journey.
Ako naman po, it's very realistic lang po na pag open ko po ng Facebook para na pong obituary page. I don't want to sound so glum, pero alam niyo po, I think it's time to be mindful of our health, because health is wealth at iisa lang po ang buhay natin. Kaya I think an ounce of prevention would always be better than a pound of cure, dahil pantay-pantay na po ang larangan ng tao. Wala na pong mahirap, mayaman sa sakit na ito. Wala pong kinikilingan din ang sakit. Maging bata ka, matanda ka, babae ka, lala, wala na po talaga. It has leveled the playing field. So I think we need to own our birthright to be fit and healthy. And what I noticed, Doc, is comorbidities have become a precursor for you to be more susceptible to the COVID-19 disease, di ba, or sakit. So it's the chicken or the egg, whoever came first. Sana po yung pandemic nga na ito, kung dalawang pandemic, may lifestyle, metabolic lifestyle diseases, bawasan na po natin yon. Kung ikay obese, overweight, or pre-diabetic or diabetic, sana po patulungan na po natin ang sarili natin na mas maging gusto at matiwasay ang ating health para po mas maiwasan ang being susceptible to the virus. And I think that being said, let's put a premium on our health because that's all we have.
Wait, before we end, may sasabihin si Coach Toni, favorite line niya para po sa lahat na nanonood ngayon. Okay?
Yes po, mga kabayan, galaw-galaw po para hindi pumanaw at giling-giling para hindi mailibing. Naku, napakasama.
All right,
Thank you,
so
coaches.
we had a wonderful session for the 9th episode of Usapang Puso sa Puso. So, hindi po hihinto ang Philippine Heart Association sa paghatid sa inyo ng tamang impormasyon para pangalagaan ang iyong puso. At tayo ay nasa gitna ng pandemya, hindi po dapat tayo magsawalang bahala. Stay home. But inside the house, please exercise. Alagaan natin ang puso kasi iko-connect ko man ito, because home is where the heart is. So this is your Don Reyes, aka Doc Heartthrob, saying, see you next episode. Partner Luigi, ay dito pala siya sa kabila.
Ma'am Gage first. Ma'am Gage, any final message?
Yes, my final message para sa mga friends sa media. I know for most of you, this is the first time that you heard about 50 to 100 because we saw new faces. Please feel free to call or text me. And I'd like to take this opportunity also to thank coaches Jim and Toni Saret because sila ho yung talagang frontliner namin sa 50 to 100 lifestyle. Okay, and my message at saka yung natutunan ko, I know I'm not the perfect person to be an authority of yung endorsing healthy lifestyle, but message handler po ako ng PHA. Anyway, since I joined PHA 20 years ago, laging sinasabi namin, we go to war to fight the cardiovascular disease. But now we are in a dual crisis or fight, and because we have the pandemic. So let's stay fit as a mother and as a journalist, as a lola. That's what I want to share to put cardiovascular disease and corona at bay. Start doing healthy lifestyle practices as a personal crusade and make it a family business also. And be creative to do it, to be able to do it. And stay in shape. For me, I have 2 reasons for staying in shape. Because I want to be healthy and it's because I feel that it's because of self-importance. Para sa akin, may dagdag na vanity. Thank you.
Yeah. And I thank you. Dapat ka na sinabi ni Ma'am Gagya eh.
Ako iyak eh.
Miss
Akala ko
Universe,
bigla.
nakakadi na yung tissue ko dito eh.
Siya dapat yung sinali natin sa Miss Universe.
Oo nga, wala na akong masabi.
Walang sasabihin si Miss Mexico dyan.
Pwede pa, pwede.
Pwede pa ihabol, pwede pa ihabol.
Thank you.
Ito naririnig ko sa coaches natin, failing to plan is planning to fail. So when it comes to fitness, consistency is key. It doesn't matter how long, intensity, it has to be sustainable, but you have to be consistent about it. So start now. And with that, salamat po and
salamat
see
po sa
you
lahat.
next
Salamat sa
episode.
sponsors, sa lahat sa media friends, and to our panelists. Maraming salamat. See
Thank
you
you
sa next episode ng Usapang Puso sa Puso.
Sa Puso.
Bye.
Sir, ito na po, 32, 33.
34 po. 35? Delikado.
Pag umabot ng 35 ang bewang ng lalaki at 31 sa babae, malaki ang tsansang magka-heart attack. Wala sa itsura ang taba, nasa dugo. Dead ma, dead ka. Bigay todo ka kung magtrabaho. Pag umabot ang BP mo ng 140/90, baka bumigay ang puso mo. Aantay mo pa bang bumigay ka? Dead ma, dead ka. Mag-ingat sa bulaklak, baka mapasubo ka. Aantay mo pa bang sumobra ka? Dead ma, dead ka.
Heart illness knows no age. 5 out of 10 Filipinos die of cardiovascular-related cases every year. How do we prevent this from happening? It's never too late to start being healthy. Let's do the 52-100 regimen daily. How does the 52-100 routine work? It's simpler than you might think. 5. Diet. Mix and match your consumption with 5 servings of fruits and vegetables daily. 2. Leisure. Limit yourself to a maximum of 2 hours of electronic gadgets and recreational screen time. 1. Conditioning. Sweat it out. Stay active and fit physically. Make time for at least an hour of exercise every day. 0. Drinks. Say no to sweetened beverages and soda. Water is and will always be the best liquid for our body. 0. Zero in on your vices this year. Smoking kills, and so does secondhand smoke. Our health is our wealth. Let's invigorate and energize for healthier years ahead. Get more out of life every day. Do the 52-100 today.
Hey, did you know that your heart can do so many things you never thought it would? For instance, it beats 115,000 times a day. That's nearly 6 times more than the times you breathe in a day. A heart can also feel, especially when you have a broken heart. But you can use your heart to move on and love too. Love all your friends, family, strangers, whoever. Your heart can also push you to be healthier and more productive. Exercise, work out, or work in the comforts of your house. Use your heart to quit smoking, excessive alcohol, and drug use. Use your heart to battle cancer, cardiovascular diseases, COVID-19. Use your heart to bake cookies, to battle corruption, to battle in-game bosses, to spread love, to spread peanut butter, to uphold education, to spread kindness, to spread awareness. So, what has your heart done today?